All right, everybody, welcome. This is the live coverage of the Koch Media. Oh man, I did it again. I said Koch Media. I was like, say it right. It's Koch Media. Son of a gun. Freudian.
You're trying to do this on purpose now, aren't you?
No, I am. I'm trying too hard to not do it. It's making me do it. Koch Media.
Right.
Got to think rum and Coke, like the delicious rum and Coke
I'm gonna have.
I'm gonna have later a delicious rum and Coke. Koch Media, live coverage, parent company of Deep Silver and a bunch of other, some very popular game franchises, such as Metro, and they own Warhorse Studios, who did Kingdom Come Deliverance, a bunch of other really popular ones. So we should be seeing some interesting stuff today, some good games. We'll get into what we might see and what we'll expect to see. But right now, what we're looking at is a website called WeKnowSomethingYouDon'tKnow.com, and it's actually broadcasting the Twitch feed from a Twitch channel called We Know Something You Don't Know. And this is Koch Media broadcasting something. And as you can see, there's the countdown in the bottom right, counting down to the start time of their event. And there's some interesting stuff going on here. So, we've got... Sorry, just distracted by chat here. Yeah, sadly, Moontag cannot be with us today. She is busy with that day job stuff.
Yeah, that day job stuff. So much fun.
It's unfortunate. Saib is thankful. I'm just so thankful Saib's able to be with me. Like carrying some of these events on my own last year was stressful. Anyway, so there's a little coffin thing on this office chair. It's like a coffin with shelves in it. Go figure. I don't know. You need to itemize your remains or something. A mace here. If anyone recognizes the designs of these things, these look like they might be sad lamps, like the daylight lamps you can get to, sort of fight seasonal affective disorder.
Ooh, look at those things there. I think I know what that is.
What?
Oh, that square. There's like a bunch of them. They're like square stone bricks.
Something's happening.
Stone bricks on the back of the wall.
Somebody just typed, "Guys, it's time," on the screen.
Oh.
I'm going to take you to the correct channel, okay? Well, I know the correct channel is... I can't remember what it's called, but it's...
That ruined my joke. I'm so annoyed.
Oh, that's too bad. All you gotta do is follow the raid. Yeah, but what... Why are they doing this on this channel and then switching over to the other channel? The actual channel that...
Well, they're rating stuff, so that's kind of like that's a Twitch thing.
Yeah, I know what rating is.
Yeah.
Prime Matter GG is the name of the Twitch channel that the actual stream is supposed to be on. Okay, I'm gonna keep watching this one though. I'm sus of this. Why would they just abandon this? Have an incredible time. Okay, what do I click to follow the raid? I've never done this before.
Hello.
Hey, it's the
Mad Queen.
It's the Mad Queen. Say hi to Opal for me.
Greetings, Earthlings. How is the lovely people of the Triple S League channel doing?
Hey, we're doing great. We're trying to decipher these messages that are appearing on WeKnowSomethingYouDon'tKnow.com. Okay, it says now it says you'll find out who Opal is soon.
Oh, tell me the website again, please.
It's called We Know Something You Don't Know.com. Here, I'll send you the link. This is Koch Media broadcasting something. I'll post it in that room we were talking in earlier. So, okay. So I'm gonna click. I'm gonna go to the actual Twitch channel here, and it's okay. They are rating Prime Matter GG.
Oh, they're streaming from Twitch. I am in there.
Yeah, the website is streaming from Twitch, but this is not the Twitch channel that the actual stream is supposed to be on.
Well, no, because I am on the other. Actually, I have it on YouTube.
Oh, you're watching on YouTube.
All right. Yes, well, not yet because they only have the countdown and the orange screen saying gaming stream will start in 24 minutes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
If you are watching on YouTube and we're watching on Twitch, we're going to be out of sync. YouTube's usually behind, just FYI.
Okay, but here in We Know Something You Don't Know because the countdown is the same.
Yes, because they just switched over. Now they're hosting the other channel. So it's the same as on YouTube? Like it's matching up
No, on
perfectly?
YouTube it's only orange. But I am on the Twitch channel. We Know Something You Don't Know.
Yes, and they're now hosting Prime Matter GG. And Prime Matter is the name of the new publishing wing that was announced very recently. So, interesting. I don't know what's going on, but anyway. And yes, it is the Mad Queen. It is the Mad Queen here. So, yeah, how have the E3 events been for you, Mad Queen?
Well, I just did the Summer Games Fest yesterday, and I wanted to do the Netflix today, but I woke up this morning to a copyright claim for them on yesterday's stream, and I thought, well, okay, let's forget it. Let's forget it.
Exactly. Screw that. So they copyright claimed the trailer for their Netflix event.
For their own dang show.
So why would you do that? That is so stupid. Do you not want people to see that? Like, so everyone's going to go clip it out of their live streams.
Yep.
That's what I did anyway, because I like to keep everything nice and
fewer people are going to be talking about it, right?
Well, yeah. It's so dumb. It's like, okay, you put a trailer. It's promotional material. You want the reach out there. You want people to come watch your stream.
Well, clearly they don't.
Clearly they don't. Exactly.
They should. I don't know. They should. It's free advertising after all. And by the way, So We Know Something You Don't Know Twitch channel just stopped broadcasting.
It did. The video download was canceled. Please try again. I don't know what's going on there, but I'm going to keep an eye on this.
So tell me the Twitch when you're watching, so I watch on the same source to make sure that we are.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sure, yeah, sure. I'll send you. I'll send you the link in a sec. So we know, according to VG247, Koch has already confirmed we won't be seeing Dead Island 2, Saints Row, Metro, or Time Splitters today. What do you think we will be seeing, and what are you looking forward to, Cybe and Mad Queen?
Cybe first.
Sorry? Oh, Cybe
first.
Okay.
I'm eating a mushroom right now, so how about you go first?
What you're doing? What?
I'm eating a mushroom. It's a.
You're eating a mushroom, okay? But you know that it has a special
goat cheese, spinach, and cream cheese,
kind
of mixed in. It's great. Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see here.
Well, I was reading the chat and there is a conversation in the official YouTube because people seem to be lost. Koch acquired so many developers recently in the recent years that people are a little lost about what IPs belong to them and what IPs don't belong to them. And they're asking, well, Saints Row is done? Is Payday? Stalker 2? And it's funny because you think about their communication about what they do is not great, because you just think about other companies like, I don't know, Bethesda. What games do they publish? You can name all the studios that work with them, but Koch is like, it's not as much known on the general public. In fact, they are like super big, incredibly big.
They are, yeah, but they don't just do games either. So they might not have the best practices as far as communicating with the public. These are some of their IPs right on their website: Agents of Mayhem, Dead Island, Homefront, Metro, Risen 3, Titan.
Oh, and for the people listening in my channel, Payday, by the way, yes, now belongs to them, because they joined with the publisher Prime Matter. So yes.
Oh, okay, interesting. I think what I'm most interested, I'm very interested in Stalker 2, if that's actually part of this.
I am. Well, if there is a Stalker 2, I wanted Last Known Male to be on the stream today. Too bad that he's busy, because he is obsessed with Stalker, like obsessed.
I know quite a few people who are just in love with Stalker. I have heard it's fantastic. It's one of those game series I didn't have a chance to get into yet, but really want to. But I'm very interested in that. I'm also very interested to see what Warhorse Studios is working on. I hope that they have a segment today.
Someone in the chat is saying that now the Stalker IP belongs to Microsoft.
This is getting way too confusing.
I don't know. I mean, I try to keep track of all the movements of all the studios, but there are so many, and I'm specialized in AAA. Fortunately, I don't keep track also of all indie studios, of all the possible indie studios. But yeah, put me the link in the when we were talking, please, Ash.
The link to the Twitch stream?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, sure. I will put that. I'll give that to you right away. But anyway, according to I've got several Wikipedia pages open here, and there's the Twitch channel there, Mad Queen. So according to Wikipedia, currently Koch Media owns 18.2, and they have Deep Silver, which has Dambuster Studios, Deep Silver Vienna, Fish Labs, Free Radical Design, Volition, and Warhorse. Flying Wild Hog, Gaia Entertainment, Koch Films, obviously, Milestone, Prime Matter, their new one, Raven's Court, and Vertigo Games. So I guess anything from those companies is fair game. Now, looking specifically at Deep Silver's games, they own the Metro series, King's Bounty, Iron Harvest, Dead Island. Dead Island 2 is listed here on their Wikipedia as a TBA, but according to the One News article I was reading earlier, we won't be seeing that today. Chivalry 2.
I heard the same.
Yeah. Wasteland 3, Outward, Pathfinder Kingmaker Definitive Edition, Maneater.
But the thing about Dead Island is that Dead Island 2 has been on development for so long that people are wondering if it's still in development or has been cancelled. Apparently, it's been confirmed that it's still in development. It's not that it's cancelled. It's just that they are working on it. But yeah, obviously, developers cannot spend money in marketing to be talking about everything that they are developing all the time. Even less if it can be cancelled, because this is another thing that can happen in gaming. They are working on a game and then suddenly cancelled. Goodbye game. Like Amazon does. Amazon has more cancelled games than published games.
I keep forgetting. They did actually
they have more
one,
games.
Right? They did actually.
No. They have more games that have been released and then unreleased and then not, yeah. So like they released one game and then it was so bad that they de-released it and then they canceled it. That's how bad that is.
So that's how bad that's like was. Is that like a negative release then?
Yeah, it's a negative. It's a negative release.
We'll count that as a negative one against them.
Well, the funny thing is that they are trying to be the new. Well, they are trying to be Microsoft. They are trying to be Xbox because they have this Amazon Prime Gaming thing that is like the Game Pass, but without the games that the Game Pass has. And then they are trying to develop their own games, and they are trying. New World looks okay. Looks okay if you like MMOs, but I don't know. I don't see them. I don't see them unless they launch a game that is a phenomenal success.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that they are going to ever reach the level that they want to reach.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm guessing they want to reach the level in gaming that they already have with Amazon Prime, the service of films and television.
Mm-hmm. They're struggling,
And
though.
right now,
Yeah.
are they?
They're not financially, but I mean, obviously they're struggling to get a decent game out, and it's, yeah.
But
Maybe they started they started to try to be too big too soon, is what it feels like to me.
No, I mean I can pick this apart pretty clearly. It's basically they are trying to Amazon tried to corporatize and mass produce art, which just doesn't work. Like that is not a functional. It's not a functioning reality for most people. Like for most things, most companies, most most experiences say that you can't do that. That's just not it's just not a smart move, nor is it a move that is, in any way capable of showcasing that. So it's like, yeah, it's dumb. It's a dumb idea, and they've kind of fallen on their face on most of their things. New World is still yet to come out, and that's really where, it's one of the projects that they were told, oh, just do this way, and it's like, well, that's not going to work. Well, just do that way because that's what a bunch of analysts told us is going to make us a bunch of money. And
well, you know what I think the problem is? Because now everybody thinks that the money is on games as a service, on multiplayers that you can milk for money. Now, maybe I'm wrong in here, and I can't think of any example. But name a single company that released a successful multiplayer that it's ongoing, and didn't have before that a successful single player game. I can't think of any. Single player games is what give you fame, and then
Maybe
unless
oh, I see what you say. So like any single player game, not necessarily the same franchise as the multiplayer.
not the same franchise. A successful single player games is usually what makes a company famous. And then once they acquire the fame and the experience, then they can start doing multiplayers. And I mean, obviously AAA big multiplayers and successful the level of Fortnite and such.
Right. Yes.
And as Saib was doing, it's actually doing video games is an art, and maybe on television they are used to work with television and movies, and you can make Transformers and be incredibly successful. But in gaming, a game done as lazily as Transformers wouldn't be as successful as Transformers, because Transformers is so lazily produced that there are moments where you can see that they didn't remove the green screen of things.
Yes, completely agree.
Yeah.
Completely agree. You can't have that. You need to have that. You need to have a rewarding gameplay loop. You need to have just gameplay that feels good as well as a good story. There's a lot of nuance to it. There's a lot of experience that goes into making a good game. So absolutely, 100% agree with you there. This is one of the funniest memes that came out of yesterday. I've got it on the screen. Unfortunately, you can't see it, Mad Queen, but it's, after all, why not? Why shouldn't I hide in the box? I love it. I was going to go through a bunch of memes, but I just realized then I'll be talking and the folks on your stream, Mad Queen, won't be able to see what I'm talking about.
Well, you can send them to me and I can show them on screen. But the stream went offline. The stream on Twitch, the Prime attack.
The Prime Matter one did, yes, but then the We Know Something You Don't Know is still online. Nope, now that's offline too. Very strange.
It's online for me.
Well, I don't know. We might get a show today. We'll have to see. Let's try reloading this
No,
here.
it went down again.
Who knows? Well, about 5 minutes beforehand, I'll check on those streams again and we'll see. So here's the one I was just talking about. This meme, just hilarious. The Death Stranding thing. So yeah.
Give me a second.
So did you feel the same about the Summer Game Fest kickoff stream as we did? We really felt it was a pretty lackluster show. There were 2 highlights. One was Ryan Reynolds, and he was promoting his movie, which is game related, but it was a movie. That was one of the.
That was really funny.
And then,
to be honest.
Of course, the Elden Ring reveal at the end was very cool. But other than that, it was a struggle to pay attention, especially when Jeff Keighley was talking. I don't know. Like they even managed to make Hideo Kojima uninteresting. So I don't know. It just didn't work. Whatever they were trying to do just didn't work for me. How did you feel about that show, Mad Queen?
Well, the Kojima part. Well, I am so glad that Hideo Kojima himself acknowledged the fact that the Death Stranding is boring. And yeah, everybody on my stream was making jokes about this scene, like Snake.
Yes.
For a moment, I thought there was going to be the joke was going to go farther, and not that I was expecting a crossover, but Death Stranding Director's Edition isn't Death Stranding the Director's Edition itself. I mean, it's not exactly what Kojima wanted to make. He was given total creative freedom.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand the concept. What the director's cut?
Yeah, what was cut out? That's the other question.
Yeah.
So it's basically Death Stranding, but even longer, is kind of how I understand it.
Even longer, but less to do. You know, just cause.
Even longer and less to do. I mean, I don't want to. I'm not ripping the game. Just FYI, I know there are some who have really enjoyed it. So you know, it's one of those games that I don't think appeals to everybody, but that's okay and that's fine. And the Prime Matter Twitch stream just went back up, so that's good.
Robert Cable, we're not getting clips from the Koch event. Well, right now the Koch event is in a countdown of 7 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not. I'm not showing it on the screen because it didn't start yet, and it's actually going on and off.
Mm-hmm. So if everything goes according to plan, it should be going live in about 6 minutes and 45 seconds. But it keeps switching on and off, so we'll have to see.
Yes. So I apologize in advance for any technical difficulties that this time won't be my fault.
Mm-hmm. This time.
Because, well, probably I'll mute myself or the typical things that I do on stream.
Indeed. Why are they doing this on 2 separate Twitch streams though? And what's with this website, this We Know Something You Don't Know website? It's so weird. So weird to me. I don't know. Maybe it'll make sense in a little while.
Oh, I don't know.
What did you think of the Elden Ring trailer?
Oh, it looks so good. I have a relationship of love and hate with the Soul Saga. I think that everybody, and by the way, some people consider this heresy, but I include the Bloodborne in the pack because it's basically a reskin of the same game. I am so sorry for being heretic here. But I have a relationship of love and hate because the game is lovely, but I hate how frustrating can it be sometimes. So I'm expecting more or less the same, then adding the frustration of, world building by the creator of Game of Thrones. This person that loves to kill your most loved characters.
Yeah,
so it sounds like now this mix this with the usual frustration of a Dark Souls game. Oh!
Did you?
Oh! That is it's going to be a frustrating game. We're going to hate it. Love it as well, but we're going to hate it.
Did you play Sekiro at all?
No, not yet. I have it on Steam on my pending list.
Oh yes, I loved it, but you like that's it again is it's the same thing. You love it, but it gets so frustrating sometimes. So
Please allow me to interrupt you because there is someone in the chat asking something, asking me to speak Spanish because his body doesn't believe that you're from here. Well, Goku, soy una mezcla, soy medio inglesa, medio alemana, bueno, tercio tercio y española, con lo cual es verdad y no del todo a la vez. Mira tú qué cosas. Yeah, that's it. We can continue because he was insisting.
I understood the word española. All right. Thank you. Arturo says, slam the like button. Yes, thank you. And yes, please do slam that like button, whether you're watching here on Triple S League or on Mad Queen's channel. Slam that like button. Hit the subscribe button. Lots of content coming. Paulies, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, awesome stream. It deserves a bribe. P.S. GG, Saib, and bon appetit. That was back when you were eating your mushroom. So.
Yeah, we just finished a round of Northgard, and it was pretty fun. That game it's so punishing, but it's so addictive at the same time as far as like an RTS goes. So
yeah,
it's tons of fun. We'll look into streaming that actually. Probably there's a couple of different RTS games that we'll look into streaming here in the near future. So. You just have to avoid, screaming at the screen nonstop.
I have a problem. I'm obsessed with Fallout 76 lately.
That's okay.
And I completely dislike the game on release, and look at me now, playing it like crazy. But crazy, I enter into it every day.
I have heard that it has gotten much better.
It has gotten. I mean, when I played it on the last, not the one that they're working on now that's in beta, and not the one that was released before that one, but the one before that one where they added NPCs and stuff like that. And overall, the game was just a massive improvement, and the community was so friendly and so nice and so like interactive, and they were always like they would run up to your place and be like, hey man, compliment your construction. I did this cool thing where I built the base like hanging off a bridge, like on the underside of a bridge, because I thought that'd be kind of a cool thing to do. And the people were like, hey man, this is so cool, I really like this design. Yeah. And it was just generally very, very friendly. I think that we're going to start to head back to it as a community after this upcoming release. So there's a patch coming that adds, kind of finishes out the story of the Steel Dawn, they'll introduce the next kind of thing, and it's the patch after that that's going to be bringing back the updates to the servers, the private servers, and it's apparently going to be huge. And so this is what I've been excited about for the longest time, because our goal from the beginning was to design.
Sorry to interrupt you, Saib.
Sure.
Sorry to interrupt you. The stream went offline.
Again?
I mean, yes.
Yeah, I keep watching and it keeps popping in and out. Like it says a minute 15 seconds. Is that where everybody else is at?
Yes, it's
close to that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got it on. It's still live on the We Know Something You Don't Know channel, but on actual Twitch channel. Hang on, I'm gonna try this refresh trick again. This worked yesterday, so everything's gonna go blank.
Gambor, super chat hidden message. Well, the super chat was on the Triple S League channel, not in mine. So
yeah.
when you hear them, they have their chat and I have mine. So you may hear them commenting things about the people who are leaving comments on their chat section.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I have it up now. 30 seconds, 28 seconds. So let's get this ready. Let's see if there's some audio here. All right. Gonna disappear my face cam here so you can get a better view.
my name is Opal Cadman and welcome. Today I have 3 main tasks. The first one is to introduce you to Koch Media's brand new premium gaming label.
Oh, it's Koch
Number 2
Media.
is to take a deep dive into some of the games coming
that's
to
what
that
we've been
label.
saying.
And finally, number 3 is to show you what the new label will be getting up to in the streaming world. I want to welcome streamers who are co-streaming this today. Hello. Some of you guys are guys who I have looked up to and watched for many years. And speaking of people who I've looked up to for many years, I am so proud to introduce Jeff Keighley, who will be helping me co-host us through this entire list of games. Jeff, how's it going?
Thanks, Opal. It is so great to be here with you for the
He's like
first
the
ever
Samuel
live
L.
stream
Jackson
from
of the gaming
Prime
world.
Matter. I
He's, like,
was honored
everywhere.
yesterday to reveal the label to the world at the Summer Game Fest kickoff event, and wow, you've got a lot of games there in that sizzle, over a dozen games. So I know today you're going to go a little bit more in depth to talk about all these games, to talk to a lot of the developers. But for those of you that might have missed it yesterday or just want to see it again, let's kick things off with a look at that announcement sizzle reel for Prime Matter.
Sometimes I ask myself what it all means.
Let's begin.
David Center again.
That volume went through the roof. Good lord.
Is that who you are?
My purpose makes me who I am.
I finally have the feeling we're doing something worthwhile.
Being relied on to succeed where others would fail.
Prime Matter.
Yes, guys, you just saw 12 games.
Sorry
and
for the push
counting.
of sudden
And that's
push
just the
of
start
volume,
Prime
but
Matter.
the stream is
But
on
before we
Twitch
get
is
into these
louder than
incredible
usual.
games, what I like to call the juicy bits, I want to talk to you about what Prime Matter is and who we are. Prime Matter is the new premium gaming label of Koch Media. It dedicates itself to delivering a range of immersive and diverse games from amazing development talent all around the globe. It highlights the varied influences of global studios and their different approaches to game making. The new label will lead through creativity and expression, with games that enthrall players with larger-than-life storytelling, create incredible moments, and above all, they're fun. The team behind Prime Matter is a melting pot of incredible talent, led by seasoned industry veterans and complemented by a young, fresh, dynamic team of multicultural gaming experts. The team behind are gamers at heart, working with such a wide range of passionate developers producing games together by gamers for gamers. And that being said, for all you keen-eyed individuals out there, you would have seen that one game was actually missing in our 12-game lineup for Prime Matter during the video. That is a game that comes from the Embracer family itself. Jeff got to sit down with Todd Hollinshead and talk all about Painkiller.
Yes, for those of you
All right,
commenting
you
in the
saw
chat,
the news yesterday.
It's,
Yes, there is a
she
new
is
Painkiller
totally reading
coming,
on a
and Todd is joining me
teleprompter.
now to maybe give us a few more details. I know this is kind of a
Yeah,
fresh
well,
project for the team at
probably
Saber, and you
her
guys.
first
First of
language
all,
is not
I
English.
love that you and Tim Willits are there, continuing
So it's
to
difficult to
build out
memorize a
Saber.
text in
And
a language that is
Painkiller
not
was a
yours.
franchise. You and I are both OG. We remember it was it probably 15 years ago at this point?
Yeah, it's been a while. Closer to two decades than one.
My God. All right. Well, but it's one of those classic games. Let me ask you from a Prime Matter perspective, you've been in the industry like me all those years, and we remember that game. Why was this a franchise that you guys wanted to sort of bring back?
Well, Painkiller, when I played it back in the early 2000s, this is a game that had, it was dark, a little twisted, intense, cool guns. These are the things that, kind of hit the nail on the head of what appeals to me in a video game, both as, as a fan and then also as a publisher at Saber. So, we're hoping to capture those same sort of elements and bring those into the new game.
Yeah, you guys are certainly masters of doing shooters from all your time at id, and Painkiller does have a lot of that DNA of fast-paced action with a little bit of a twist to it, and the fact you guys are working with Prime Matter is also exciting. Brand new publisher, brand new label. What do you think of the fact that they're doing this label, and it's such a diverse lineup of companies and partners around it? I know you guys work with a lot of publishers, but it's pretty exciting to see a new label announced. That doesn't happen every day.
No, it doesn't. And, I think that within the Embracer Group, it's just a business that is growing. We've got great leadership at the top. And so Koch Media is, wanting to expand their publishing. And I think that, the name they chose, Prime Matter, sort of is, it's sort of like the primordial soup of putting together stuff from nothing. So, it kind of makes me think of this is what we do when we make video
And
games.
by love, I mean, like,
start with picture zero,
it's a
and
good
then
eye
at
roll.
the end of the day, you make a game.
Why did
So I
you
feel like
choose
that,
this name?
that kind of
Well, we
resonates
thought,
with,
this.
the type of
No, it was
experiences
because
that we're
it
gonna be
rolled the
providing,
best in the
not just
marketing.
within Prime Matter and working with them between Saber and our partnership, but across the Embracer Group as well.
We're making a bet.
It sounds like they have
How
a
many
lot
times
of
is
games in
Kelly going to
development.
say he's
The fact that
Canadian
you are
today?
bringing back Painkiller is really exciting, and I know fans, of course, want to know a little bit about what's the game going to look, how's it going to play. Probably can't share a lot of details about it, but you're kind of in the early stages of development now on this.
Yeah, super early, and if anything that I would share, I'd probably get assassinated for back home once I got back to the developer, because all these the first stuff that comes out almost always gets sort of iterated on and changed, and so we're trying to keep the lid on the details until we have something that's going to be really awesome to show.
All right, well, we will be waiting for it, and we know with you involved, it's going to be something very special, fast-paced action, I have no doubt. So new Painkiller coming soon from the team at Saber, published by Prime Matter. Thanks, Todd.
Thanks, Jeff.
I really can't wait to hear more about Painkiller and the fact that Todd and Tim and the team at Saber are working on it. I think we're going to get something pretty special when they are ready to share more. So, exciting stuff in that sizzle reel, Painkiller, Payday, but I know there's a lot more we're here to talk about today as well, right, Opal?
Actually, Prime Matter has 12 games under development right at this minute. We're so excited to show you guys what us and the developers have been up to. However, before you see some of the content that we show
It
you
seems
today,
a little.
I do have
Do
to
you
make
think
it clear
they're?
that some of
Do you think
this
this is
is
pre-recorded
pre-alpha,
or?
Oh, absolutely
alpha,
is
high-level
pre-recorded.
concept,
We've
and some
seen
of
some
it
camera
is
cuts.
about to release right around the corner. So please keep that in mind when you're viewing today's show. That being said, how do you guys feel about a psychedelic third-person survival horror game set on what it means to go on a journey about self-enlightenment and what happens when it all goes wrong? I got to speak with the developers of the Chant work-in-progress title about their game and who they are.
Our game is about a group of people who go to a spiritual retreat to seek enlightenment, and they basically get a little more than they bargained for. And your character has to deal with her own personal issues as well as the cosmic terrors that become awakened.
Cool. So, what type of genre is this game?
I mean, it's a bit hard to pin down with the with all the different influences and styles of gameplay, but I'd say we're probably a survival action horror game.
Okay. Cool. And what was the thinking behind that genre? Is it something that you guys like, or is it just it came left field? What's your decision behind that?
Personally, we always wanted to make a horror game. A big part of our core team have a background in third-person sandbox games. And we really wanted to combine, action mechanics, deep storytelling, and we felt that the horror genre was a really exciting space to take that background and play around with.
So, kind of sticking with the horror genre, why did you decide to go with that theme? It's not really like normally what you would see, this whole spiritual awakening thing. So what was the idea behind that?
We thought it was just kind of an interesting territory to explore. There's a lot of influence from that with like folk horror of the 70s and giallo horror and so forth that really inspired us more from a film standpoint. And, taking that kind of aesthetic, something that was very sensational, very colorful, and mixing it in with more action-oriented and exploratory game mechanics, we felt was a fresh take on the horror space.
So, kind of speaking about your inspirations and stuff, what video games, real life media has inspired you to create this title?
Well, going way back when Resident Evil 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. Alone in the Dark, Eternal Darkness. So a lot of games are very inspirational to us. Our game actually started off as a game with fixed camera angles and so forth, and then we over the course of development. Just especially really focusing on bringing more of an action element to it. We've since switched to an over-the-shoulder camera.
Right,
and haven't looked back.
So kind of talking about changes and what you guys are doing on the development side, how close is the game to like the original concept? I understand you guys are still developing the game's quite far out, but from your original concept to where the game is now, how much has that differed?
The core story and I'd say the aesthetic and the themes, those all remain intact. I'd say our gameplay, as our team size grew, we added deeper mechanics. I'd say more action to the game. Our game actually has a fair amount of combat in it, especially on the melee side. Those were things that weren't too prevalent in our original concept, and a lot of those things are just kind of based on we're a very small team at first. We're still a relatively small team, but every new person that joins brings something new to the mix. So I'd say on that end, the game has evolved in scope and depth of gameplay.
Awesome. Kind of sticking on that point of, you got a small team, there's a lot of challenges that comes with that. What was the hardest part of making the game so far?
The hardest part was probably trying to make a game that has more realistic production values, because that's where our background comes from. On a smaller scale and budget. So for us, we had to be very strategic. Utilizing Unreal, we wouldn't have been able to build this game without utilizing an engine like Unreal. Previously, we had worked on more proprietary technology. And that's also great because new people that join the team can get up and running on the engine quite quickly. In addition to that, we've been using photogrammetry from the start. For both our environments. All of our characters are also scanned actors, and we're using, also tapping into a lot of what's going on in our city. Vancouver has a pretty big film industry, so really tapping into the film and the effects industry and tapping into that area of expertise. In BC, to just kind of try to do things as efficiently as possible.
That actually explains a lot.
So you mentioned like experience in the past and also kind of how rich Vancouver is. How much does that come in handy when you're working on the game?
Oh, it's been extremely beneficial. Vancouver, is home to a lot of AAA studios. A large portion of us work together at Rockstar and United Front Games, and we also have people who have worked at the Coalition and EA, as well as some smaller independent studios as well. And in addition to that, having the film industry here, where we can utilize local talent. We're working with union actors. We're scanning actors as well that we're using for our characters, and we're actually currently auditioning a couple remaining characters for the game, and as well as doing the finishing touches on our new motion capture studio. So we're going to be doing a full cinematics push over the coming months. That's a really exciting place to be right now.
Awesome.
More
Sounds
of a
great.
board
In
game
terms of
thing
exciting
than
things,
not.
when it comes to this game,
Board
what are you
game
most
or
proud of at
boring
the
game?
minute where you are?
I think the
my
thing
gosh.
I'm
Sorry.
most proud of is
How is
I
this
meant
still
board
going?
meeting.
what a small
Board
focused
meeting.
team can do.
It
and they're
sounds
all,
like a board
sharing
meeting.
the
Oh,
same
yeah,
goal
this
and
is what
vision.
we're planning on doing here.
As I said earlier,
It's like,
we
oh
come
my
from
goodness, guys.
different backgrounds, but everyone's managed to come together
Yeah.
and really deliver an
Yeah, I'm
amazing
sorry
amount of
that
work
I'm yawning.
for,
It's not that I'm boring,
for the
but,
team size we have, and
that I'm
yeah,
bored,
it's really
not that I'm
exciting
bored,
to be
but I'm
working
tired.
on a smaller team again, and just having that kind of energy where you're working with everyone on the team day to day.
Yeah, I imagine that is a lot different to probably what some of you are used to coming from those massive studios. So finally, what
Sí,
are
estoy
the
de juegos,
benefits of
está hablando
signing
de
up
juegos,
with a
lo que pasa es
global
que está
publisher
un poco-
like Koch and also, being featured on their brand new label?
It's truly an exciting place to be. We've been kind of pushing our game as far as we
see the
could,
chat on Twitch.
and this partnership is really helping to provide more reach and more resources. But I think most importantly, also just having a partnership on getting feedback and helping to really expand and push the vision of the game. We've already received a lot of feedback on the title, and being a small team, we're often in our own little echo chamber, and even in a short period of time, we've been able to act on a lot of the feedback, and the game has improved considerably.
Panel is
since then.
the chat
Well,
is very
Mike, thank you so much for your time. It's been awesome to talk to you and find out a little bit more about what you guys are going to be offering for the new label. And I can't wait to let gamers finally get their hands on the content. So thank
This
you.
is
for
quintessential
your time.
example of a
From
company that does
psychedelic
not
horrors to
understand their
internet
audience.
rumors, our next developer created the huge open world of Bohemia and took us on an adventure through the Holy Roman Empire. However, there have been some leaks that this action RPG may have a home on the Switch. Opal sat down with Warhorse Studios to try and get to the bottom of this.
Kingdom Come Deliverance on the Switch. That is quite some news.
Yes, that's true. Kingdom Come Deliverance is coming to the Nintendo Switch. And as you said, it's about gamers, devs, and games. In our case, or in this case, actually gamers play an integral part in the story.
What do you mean?
Well, some kind of confusion happened in the end of last year. We Warhorse Studios, were preparing the release of the Kingdom Come Deliverance Royal Edition on PlayStation and Xbox, but someone most likely ticked the wrong box in Japan, and it looked like it's going to be released on Switch as well. Of course, by that time there was nothing existing like that. We were not even thinking about the possibility that Kingdom Come Deliverance could go on the Switch. However,
kind of a bit of a
Nintendo,
mistake.
Japan took this information, some Japanese media, and then the snowball started rolling. All of a sudden it was the talk of the day. Kingdom Come Deliverance is releasing on the Switch, but as I said, nothing like that was planned at all, and we didn't even think about that. Now, a few months back, and we think it was still somehow cursing around in the Nintendo database, Nintendo of Spain posted a picture on Twitter where they had different pictures of open world games, and they were promoting already existing open world games on the Nintendo store. And if you clicked on the picture, actually there was nothing like Kingdom Come Deliverance, of course not, because as I said, nothing like that is existing. However, again, it created confusion. People were talking about it again, like, okay, so is it coming, is it not coming? But for us, actually, and as I said, we didn't think about that until that time. For us, we started to think. There's a lot of interest, there's a lot of buzz. People are actually talking about us, reaching out to us, like they seem to want Kingdom Come Deliverance on the Nintendo Switch. So we started to think, and since we are already in the Koch Media family or the Embracer family, and there's a lot of talented studios, so is Saber Interactive, and who but them would be actually capable of bringing the Kingdom Come Deliverance version on the Switch.
It's kind of silly.
So we sat together.
Every time they talk about
and now
Saber,
we are here.
all I can think about
the
is the
Switch
Saber
version of Kingdom Come.
So
from
what you're saying
The Office.
is that a community of
show.
gamers made this happen?
More or less, yes. The community feedback we got, of course, was a big drive for this entire project.
We've been
But
here for
this comes
20
from
minutes
our
and we haven't
general
seen a
background.
gameplay
So
yet.
think of the Kickstarter project we had in the day. So
Little-
without the
little,
community, there wouldn't be
little
any
disappointed.
Wonder Studios or any Kingdom Come
Besides
Deliverance.
that-
So we
besides that
always
little
tried to
montage
be
at the
very
beginning,
close
yeah.
to them and working together with them, and even coming up with crazy ideas together with them. So, for instance, the Savior Schnapps,
and it's kind of
our own liquor,
it's kind of sad
we
and annoying
created
because these
later,
aren't. This
came-
isn't a bad.
was actually
like,
a community idea.
These aren't bad
we have our own
games. These
beer
are good
brand.
games. I mean,
We
Kingdom
recently
Come Deliverance
released
was amazing.
a Blue Brick
But-
set, like a building set for Kingdom Come Deliverance buildings.
They don't need to be talking this long about the fact that it's
and
coming
now
to the
one
Switch.
of the latest projects is the Kingdom Come Deliverance soap bar,
Oh my
which
goodness.
should give you the real medieval smell. In that case, I must
No,
say, it
no,
actually
no!
medieval
This
smells
is not
actually
your
pretty well.
audience. What are you doing?
And we are coming up with crazy stuff like that all the time. Our next new merchandise project is a Farkle boxed board game, kind of. So Farkle, for those who don't know, that's like this Kingdom Come Deliverance mini game, a dice
Have a
mini game.
cable?
You
No,
can
we
play in the
don't.
game. And now with Griffon Studios, we are
at the
coming
beginning,
up with
but
a
it was
boxed
a very
version you can get.
short
and play
introduction. They
Farkle
gave the
at
titles
home against
very
your
fast.
against your friends or against your family or whatever.
But
So that's pretty cool. if
talking
you
about
ask
them
me.
without showing them anything.
But generally, if you're interested
right,
in these
Moontag.
kind of stuff,
Yes,
just
he's
check
basically
the
saying
Warhol
you dirty
Studios
gamers
social
need more
media
soap.
accounts. You get all the information you need there.
Ooh, my favorite. Soapy hot news. Speaking of soapy hot news,
Somebody
how
kill
do you
me.
feel about Warhorse being under the new label Prime Matter?
It's a huge honor, of
Oh,
course.
not again!
We were working together with Koch
Why
for over
must
4
you
years already.
torture us?
In 2019, we then even
We want to
became
see
part of the entire
gameplay,
Embracer
please, of
family, so
something.
that
At
was a
this
big
point,
thing,
I
and
could
now
over
being
even
able
do
to
with
be-
gameplay
to
of
take part at the beginning of
StarCraft.
something new, be there when there's a new label
That
being
doesn't belong
created,
to this
that
company, I
That is
know.
a big thing for us. And especially
But
if you
I don't
consider
know,
that we
even
come there as
from
an established
Death
partner
Stranding,
already,
which is
that
the
is
most
really
boring
cool,
game
and
I
we are
can
looking
think of
forward
right
to,
now.
a bright future.
Thank you very much, Toby. We cannot see what
I'm actually
Warhorse has
amazed if they
got
get
cooking.
KCD to run on the Switch,
However,
though.
until that time, Toby,
But
bye.
I
So are
question
we.
how.
Thank you very much, and
I
see
question
you.
how well it's gonna run. Like,
From internet rumors back to reality, we will have more on Kingdom Come Deliverance for Switch as we get it.
All right, let's move from RPGs to FPS games. Final Form, which is a working title, is an action-packed sci-fi adventure where you play the role of
Don't
a
they
humanoid
understand
avatar
that if
of a
they don't
sentient
show
spaceship
these images
sent on a
of the
mission to
games,
the edge of
people
the known
won't
universe,
remember
battle an
and
unstoppable
won't know
play.
what are they
The
talking
game
about?
is still a long ways from completion, but here's a very quick peek at what's in store.
oh, are they gonna actually?
Oh,
Okay,
thank you.
you. Oh my
Here
God.
we go. Oh my god, thank you. Jeez, please.
Someone is saying in my chat, show something, even if it's the Tetris.
Yeah, Tetris. I'd rather one. Yeah. Let's watch Tetris while they're talking. That'd be more interesting. Okay.
That's it.
Well, that wasn't much, but at least it was something, and it looks kind of good.
Yeah, and then they go into the talk for all the half an hour.
Maybe they saved all of the interesting stuff for the end.
Hi, we are Raycon Games, and what you have just seen is the first glimpse of our upcoming game called named Final Form.
Final Form is an action-packed, epic sci-fi FPS in which you are a female-formed humanoid machine on a space mission with no return.
I mean, I don't
At the heart of the
understand
game
if
is
they
a
are
mystery
talking
and
instead of
alien worlds to
showing because they
explore,
are
but
in
also
too
an
early
adrenaline-fueled
stages of
combat.
development.
In
But
Final
then
Form,
don't
it's
talk
all
about the
about
games
the
yet if
freedom
you don't
and
have
power of movement,
lot to
being
show.
a machine unrestrained by human weaknesses. There are numerous abilities and gadgets that come with your robotic body, so you can give yourself away to the fantasy of becoming an unstoppable cybernetic goddess blazing away in a spectacular ballet of destruction.
But I already am one of those things. What?
Raken is located in Warsaw, Poland, with additional team members located all over the world. The studio was founded and is managed entirely by game developers.
Holes in my community
Since the
are
success of
clapping.
Ruiner, we've
Holes
grown
on
quite
screen.
substantially. Currently, Raken is over 50 brilliant game creators, and counting. We are not a huge team, but what we love to do is to evolve together with our projects, constantly finding smarter and better ways to achieve something truly unique. We build our work environment just like we make games, aiming for the best results and personal fulfillment. We strongly believe that the well-being of team members needs to be taken care
Third
of
time they
first,
show the
before
same
we can
image
pour
of the
all
game.
of that love into a game.
Well, that's probably all they have to
The
show.
partnership with Koch Media has been very fruitful and inspiring. We're happy to be in the avant-garde of the upcoming new label. We're looking forward to share more on Final Form in the future. And in the meantime, please enjoy the rest of the show and see you around.
They really think we're way more interested in this publishing label than we actually are.
Yeah.
Like, we don't care.
But
it's really.
I mean,
yeah.
it's interesting, but it's not the moment.
I have to say, guys, I love the soundtrack from Final Form. Moving on to our next game, which is just as special. What if you took Lovecraftian and Gagares themes and mixed it all together with hardcore RPG elements? That's exactly what Massive Works Studios are doing.
Hello, Big
I
Chris
got to
Wolf.
sit down with their CTO to talk about their game, Dolmen.
Blood Wolf. Good one.
We're actually going to see something again, okay?
Yep. People are hate watching at this point.
This looks really cool, actually, whatever it is.
Yeah. They said the game before.
Very interesting world.
Lovecraft with the Giger. That's a great
Let's
mix.
speak now to Gabriel Ferreira, CTO of Massive Works Studios, who joins us now from Campinas near São Paulo in the southeast of Brazil. So, Gabriel, what is Dolmen about?
First of all, it's a pleasure to be here and to participate. Well, so let me tell a little bit about what Dolmen is. Dolmen is that kind of a game that where the hero needs to save everyone from an alien threat.
Mute me in your
all
channel
kinds
if you
of
want.
monsters and struggling to
Triple
keep
S
going
because I'm
forward.
going to go on a
That's
rant
the
for a moment.
kind of game that Dolmen is not.
We'll hear the
about.
rant. Let's hear the
In this
rant.
game, you
Yeah.
actually save
Let's hear the rant.
Rivers, which is the alien species
So,
that
I mean-
live
I
on
mean,
the planet. But
I don't
you're going there
understand
to
how is it
help the
possible that they
company
have
save
Nile
its investment.
on board to
So
create
you're
this.
not
A
really
guy
the-
who
the nice guy
understands
that's trying to
gamers, he's
save
one of
everyone.
them.
It's just a job.
He knows what
But
we want to
hope
see. He
that
builds
the
his shows
players,
around what he
consider
thinks we want
the
to see, and
humanity,
usually he
the
nails
war,
it.
and the spares
And
the
then they
challenges
build
that
a
come
show
to
like
mind,
this.
along
On the
with
one
that job.
hand, showing cinematic trailers
taking
that
all
are
that part,
really beautiful,
and
but
yeah,
go figure
Dolmen
if
is
they
also
have
about
anything to do with the real
fighting
game. At this
all
point,
kinds
we
of
all know
monsters
that we
and
can't
struggling.
trust cinematic
After all,
trailers. They may or
it
may
is
not
a
have
hard game.
anything
It's
to
a
do
hardcore
at all
game.
with the gameplay.
It's
And as a brief
inspired on
introduction
Souls-like,
of a game, they are
yes, you're
great.
going to die a lot.
But
Awesome. Thank you. So
as
when
the
thinking
weight
about the name
of the
Dolmen,
game,
obviously you guys
as
went
the
that
weight
for,
of the game
went
is
for
not
that for like a
interesting at
very
all.
specific
Well,
reason.
it's a little bit. It's
What's the
beautiful. It's
thinking
beautiful
behind
to
the
see.
name? Why did
The
you go
world
for
building
Dolmen?
seemed very
So
interesting, but
there's many things that came to our mind when describing the
but
name of the game.
they don't understand that we don't want to be
Dolmen, which
explained.
means a
We
single
want
chamber
to see it. Then,
tom,
because when
a
you
megalith
explain something
tom.
without seeing it,
We
they
thought
are
it
like
would be a good
biasing your
word to
opinion.
describe
Oh, our
this
game is
tom,
fantastic
this
because you
crystal
can be
that
this
we have that
this
is
kind of
related to
character,
that.
and maybe what
In
it
many
means in
ways,
their head means
everyone
something
that
completely
deals with
different in
this
mine.
crystal in
And
the
then
game
I see the
is close
gameplay,
to
and I'm
bringing
like,
problems to everyone that is
really?
around.
It has nothing to do with
We
what you
wanted this to
explained.
be the main piece.
So I don't think
Cool.
if
Awesome.
older games
And now
are
I
in
know that
such an
people
early
may or
stage of
may not have heard
development
of
that they
Dolmen
are not
before.
capable of showing
So
gameplay of them,
it is
they shouldn't be doing a
out there in
showcase
the
like
world.
this.
But how
If
long has
any,
it
a couple of
taken
interviews
to
on
get to this
IGN, but
point?
not
It's
a
been a long
1 hour
journey
showcase
since
where they
the
are only
beginning of the
talking.
project. We started
And
at
that's my rant.
late
Yeah.
2016, so it's been
Yeah,
almost
this
5
is something
years now.
that's more fit for a
And
podcast
probably,
where they're
just
having
Yeah.
a
a bit
discussion
more
about
to
it
come out.
rather than
But we and about our journey.
But
If it
yes,
wasn't the support that we
that
had
I guess I am
since
guessing
the
I am
beginning,
guessing that the issue
either
is
our
that all
community,
those
the
games are
Kickstarters,
in early
and you
stage of
guys,
development and they
I
don't have
believe
gameplay
would
to
not
show.
be here right
Not to mention that maybe
Lovely.
they may have some ideas
How
about
have
what
you
they
been
want to
inspired
develop
by
and
other
then
games? You mentioned like
maybe
the
they are not
Souls-like
capable of
obviously
developing them.
inspires
So
it. You know, are there other games that inspire you? And also,
yeah,
what
I agree
games
with
do the
Matt.
team
Quinn
like?
games are a visual medium
First
and
of
we
all,
need to see
regarding
them to judge for our
inspirations,
thoughts. Yeah,
a
Colin,
lot
go.
of games came into us when we were producing the game
And
and when we were
don't get
first
me wrong,
thinking of it.
I really love
Obviously, we are
learning
really
about how games
passionate
are
and
made
we
and
really
learning
love
about
Souls-like
inspirations.
games. So
But first you need
Bloodborne,
to get my attention.
Dark
And this, I
Souls,
mean, as Saib
those
just said,
games
this
were
the
our
perfect moment to
main
do something like this
inspirations.
is a
But
podcast. In a
we
podcast, then you
drew
start talking and you keep
we drew
talking and you go
inspirations
on
from
talking
all
and this is
different kind of
fantastic and you do
sources.
some
So
interviews
we
again
had
for
inspirations
IGN,
in
for
Dead
VG,
Space,
for
in Mass Effect,
whatever big outlet.
and also not only
But you
inspirations
don't
in
do
game
a
in other
stream like
games,
that and
but
then you just
also
have people
inspirations in
talking.
movies and Lovecraftian
Because this
stories.
is not the type of thing that
For
we
example,
want to see when
Alien
we're
and
watching
Guy
these
in a
kind of
Workroom,
things.
and those were
Agreed.
Because this is what I would put to
a
clean
lot
the
of games
kitchen
that we
in the background.
like and
Agreed.
that
However, if
Incompetence.
we, I mean,
it's really
we
hard
gotta
to
be
say
careful how much
because
like
we have
we gotta
a
decide
team
if we're
that
gonna listen or
ranges
not.
from
Like the talking over the
Vikings,
talking is I keep having
well,
to
no,
change the
I
volume
as
here.
Souls-like games.
I
What
put I
can
put the
really
volume
tell you
down.
is
I put
that
the volume down of the
yeah,
guy
no,
talking and people on
this
chat and
isn't
saying
very
what
interesting
time.
about the project because they
No, but I mean,
doing
learning
what
how
they
games
do,
are developed
which is a
is
hard
always
part
very
of the game.
interesting. But
Yeah, that makes sense as well when you get
I
hands
want to see
on
the game
Dolmen,
first.
all
This
these
is supposed to be a
inspirations that have come
showcase
in.
of games, not a
So the game
showcase
is
of
set in a
developers.
sci-fi universe. Is there any specific reason you decided to go down
Why
that
make
route?
the show?
Was there
Alfie
any
asks.
other routes
If
that
they
you
have
considered at
nothing to share, I
first?
don't get it. They are aiming at
Yeah,
their own
yeah.
knee.
Well,
I
Yeah.
mean,
the humans are afraid
they
of what they don't know.
agreed.
And the
Like yes,
universe
and
has
they
taken
show
its
us
own
they showed us a little bit with this
There
one,
is always something
but then and then I
we
actually
can
wanted to hear the
explore in
description of the game,
space.
which I totally missed. But
So that
like
sci-fi
but yeah,
setting
this talking and talking and talking on and on and
Yeah,
on
but
after the
the
fact.
description of the
something
game
that we
is
could
the
use
concept.
to
If it's on such early stage of development that they have no gameplay to show, it's in concept. In concept, go figure the way that they translate this into a game.
the player a world of unknown that he can
Oh yeah, because I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, but maybe technically you can't reach the point that you want to reach.
On the point of humans and
Because not
you guys
also
are based in Brazil.
sometimes artists use these big words to describe their work and then it's like, okay, you're talking about a tissue. The words you use were fantastic, but you're actually talking about a tissue. And it also happens with games and it also happens with films and music. Like, oh, we are developing something that is this and that and this and that. It's like
so 2020 and 2021
some nice face in a trailer will always sell better. It's not only that sell better, it's that if you have nothing to talk about, do another format. Pon link en parque arreglado. Uy, no, que me ponen un copyright strike.
have
Yeah.
people
Atomic
spread across the
says
country.
the way this is going, I wouldn't be
So
surprised if they chat about plans for
be
vacation.
easy enough to
Agreed.
overcome that challenge.
They just don't they don't understand
But
who
there were
they're
several challenges
like who is this
since
for? This is obviously not for
getting
gamers.
development kits,
But
finding
it sounds it's not for investors. I don't know who it's supposed to be for.
really capable of helping us to
Because
deliver
this is just
this amazing game.
so much
And
useless
that's what
information.
we,
Nobody needs to know all
we
this stuff.
gathered, and that's something that our
Well, like
company
diehard
Maybe
fans.
maybe I would like to hear it, but after seeing the gameplay, because the gameplay is what is going to really attract my attention. Unless we're talking about a game developed by a company I already know and I've played previous games that I love.
Kind of on that.
And I agree with what you said earlier about
development and
Keely's involvement.
challenges,
Keely should know better than this.
Given how development and technology often dictates how a game evolves throughout its development.
Yeah.
How kind of close are you to the original concept?
This is not the kind of thing to do here.
Somebody is suggesting we switch over to the IGN Expo.
And I'm sorry, McQueen, but I'm going to play some video games. I'm sure I'll see the highlights in the Discord. You can leave it on. Maybe at the end they will show something, because there were some snippets of trailers at the beginning, and I want to find out this guy who looks like David Tennant. Who is he? Maybe they're going to explain for half an hour. I don't know when does the EGN show start?
The IGN, all they're doing right now is they're showcasing. It's like a Street Fighter type game, and they've been doing this for the last like hour and a half. They were having like a couple of streamers on here showcasing this. So
well, they started in half an hour. The Koch people will keep talking for half an hour. I don't even know if I shall keep this video up.
Yeah,
after this
me
is
neither.
done,
There's just nothing here. Like I can't believe he's still talking.
Yeah.
I got nothing against this dude, but yeah.
Kalenko is saying, I assume this showcase is more targeted at investors rather than the end consumer. It feels like something a company would do to attract investors and to have something for the quarterly updates.
But what about this is, if I'm an investor, what about this is interesting to me either? Like they're not
yeah,
showing...
investors usually are not into gaming enough. I mean, if we that are...
But if I'm an investor, I want to see like financial stuff and you know stats and stuff. Like I don't get it. I don't get what this is for.
We could have gone into different.
Moon says, with the transition to online events, it feels like they're treating these showcases like they would a PowerPoint presentation in an office meeting. Yeah, exactly.
Yes, this is a PowerPoint presentation. I had teachers in college that did more or less the same. They put the PowerPoint and then they started talking and talking.
First game of our company, so we decided to go full into that challenge.
Yeah, I wish
investors like the hype. Yeah, they like the hype, not technical explanations.
As I mentioned previously, but I believe the hardest part of the game was finding the correct.
Well, we can treat this stream more as a test of the eye of the beholder.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, according to Galvers, the camera that I'm using today for the streams is called the eye of the beholder. Actually, it's the camera that I use for videos. It's just that I never thought about using it for streams because I have a capture card that I bought some time ago to do streams on the PlayStation. And I didn't even remember that I had it until some time ago. I found it and I thought, hey, I'm going, well, not some time ago, a couple of weeks. And I thought I'm going to buy the wire that is missing, and I'm going to try to use the big camera for the streams because other people use it and looks pretty good. So, what do you think? Please comment on the chat if you like the quality improvement.
Unfair, but it is hard. So we wanted to aim hardcore players. So
how is he still talking? How does he have this much to say?
5 years of development, which is
of course, she's not helping either. She's like, tell me more about that boring thing you said a moment ago.
I won't say it was easy because it wasn't.
I'd rather hear Keely talk about how he's Canadian and
most of all, we
just
were always
loves Timbits and
these meetings
hockey.
in order to play the game. Even now that we are remote, we keep.
I don't know. Do you want to see my cat? Because it will be more interesting.
Making a meeting and showcasing what we are doing and working alongside.
Yeah, let's see what's on the chat of Twitch.
Do you think this guy kind of looks like Neon?
Before COVID,
Just a little bit.
A little bit.
The events always made us super happy. So showcasing the game.
I love the people who are commenting. Where are the video games?
Yeah, exactly. Where are the video games? We want the video games.
Yeah. When the stream is done, I'm going to delete the video because there's. I'm sorry. Unless they do something at the end that is spectacular, and then I will just cut and go to the end directly to avoid people this 84 minutes of absolutely nothing, and the 15 minutes countdown at the beginning.
See, I used to sit in meetings.
Surprisingly, the cut is not here. Sorry.
I used to sit in meetings that were this boring, but.
Yeah, but you know what happens with this kind of meetings? That usually you think this could have been an email.
Yeah, exactly.
We have a lot of story, some crazy cinematics. So we're really proud of the universe.
Matt Quinn, do a tour of your fridge. Well, I the wire doesn't get to the fridge, but probably it will be more interesting.
Just go get the way this guy's talking, I think you have time to go get your fridge, pull it into your office, and then you can give us a tour. And then go push it back, and he'll still be talking.
Robert Cable says, I don't think she's in an interview. I feel she's in a Mass Effect dialogue tree.
Well, she is. This is absolutely not happening in real time.
That's really a amazing feeling for us.
You know, I think I'm going to go back to Fallout 4. Like, you mean mentally, or are you going to play the game?
Like, there was even a point in one of the previous interviews where the guy was talking, and then you could hear the actual interviewer in the background, and it might have been her. I don't know if it was her or not, but it was not, you know, in the, it wasn't the audio that she was recording for the stream. It was like, you could hear someone else talking in the background, asking the questions, and it totally was so yes, as someone pointed out in the chat earlier, somebody had to cut these together into a conversation.
Someone in my chat is saying, in my times at E3, we usually saw games.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody would sit through like an E3 session that was this in person. They'd be like, yeah, whatever.
Absolutely, we are so happy to have you guys on board. And
well, I've been in meetings that were funnier than this.
So excited to actually let people play this game at some point under this new label. So thank you so much for your time.
Nobody cares about the label. Why do people think we care about the label so much? We don't.
Release Dolmen at some point under the new label. Thank you.
At some point, we'll release it at some point. This is worse than the CDPR when it's ready.
The first title from Prime Matter will be the beautiful, highly anticipated King's Bounty 2. We have a first look at the gameplay trailer, and then Opal got a chance to sit down and talk with CEO Nikolai Baryshnikov.
Here's the trailer, turning up the volume.
The balance is off. Our land, Nostria, dances on the knife's edge of fate. King Claudius, my father, cannot lead, and his absence has set the realm in motion. Something is coming. Now the burden of the crown falls onto me. Nostria was flourishing, but there is unrest.
It used to be beautiful here. My wife and I had a nice life then.
Conspiracy, sabotage, necromancy. They all threaten this land asunder. But we must unite, for distorted terrors are advancing. Rumors tell of a false prophet, putting our hope in something that does not exist. A seer foretells that our savior is among us. People of Nostria, you laid faith in my father, do so to me. We must look towards the horizon, fight back the darkness and preserve the light of our land. For Nostria!
For heaven's sake, that was not a gameplay trailer.
Hello there, guys! Thanks for joining me, and I am joined by Nikolai Barinshtakov.
And I am muting you again.
Who is
Do you know what
CEO
necromancers and
creator
nerds of the
King's
Latin
Bounty 2.
language have in
King's
common?
Bounty has been years in
What?
development and has a 30
They both enjoy a dead
So
tongue.
what is it that makes King's Bounty 2 so special?
The original King's Bounty was a grandfather of games like
Sorry, maybe it was a little dark.
Heroes of Might and Magic. So it created this turn-based gameplay when we have a hexed.
All right, well,
battlefield
can we
and
talk
troops
about how that
moving
was
in
not a
circles.
gameplay trailer, though?
Yeah, well, please go ahead.
Well, I mean, it was a cinematic thing. It wasn't. There wasn't that much gameplay. It was
something that-
stylized cut gameplay, right?
Absolutely, and kind of speaking
Yeah,
about
but I
that,
mean, if
and,
they're showing
I know the
in-engine
as you
stuff,
mentioned,
that
first
doesn't
King's
make it
Bounty was
gameplay.
1990,
Like,
and
it's
then
this
you
garbage
had
wordplay
your
they're
pick,
using
the
now to
King's
say,
Bounty
oh, it's a
that you guys
gameplay
played,
trailer.
the
No, it's not.
2000s.
The,
What technical
the fact that it's
improvements now that we're in
in-engine doesn't make it
2021
gameplay.
are you
There was no.
most excited about
I have no idea
implementing
if.
into the new King's
I have
Bounty
no
2?
idea what the actual gameplay genre of that game is now. Probably whatever King's Bounty 1 was, but.
And if in the
Well, it seems to me that it was isometric, turn-based Diablo style.
See, I didn't even pick up on that.
Yeah, neither
Whoa.
did I.
Could be that. Could be
It's
third
an
person.
impression. It's an impression more than knowledge because
All I got was that the king's son, who was doing the narration, has the most punchable face I've ever seen.
I was just about to say that. I'm like, that guy. I really want to punch his face. Like, he looks like such a cocky,
such a douche.
POS.
Yeah.
I didn't want. I sneezed. I got a sneezing fit right as the video started. Sorry, I didn't mute myself in time for the first sneeze. I got the other three, but yeah.
yeah, your sneeze is the most interesting thing that happened in this.
So it's like I looked at the guy's face and I'm like, I want to punch that guy. Like, god dang, he looks like just a real giant POS.
Yeah.
Flint, I just reused your comment to address it. Because someone on my chat said that joke was the best part of this presentation.
That was a pretty good joke, yeah.
Small quest.
Nobody laughed.
Previous King's Bounty.
Which is, I'm known for how bad my jokes are. And if it was a good joke, it wouldn't be mine.
Yes, but you tell it with an accent, and so that's it works.
Epic adventure. We spent like dozens of hours solving puzzles, working with different factions, making decisions that.
Yeah, in engine doesn't mean much. It only means that it's rendered. I mean, the engine is the program that is used to render the game. That isn't rendered using that doesn't mean much.
Where our game King's Bounty is not an action RPG. It's not a Witcher game where you have to,
I mean,
quickly press
at
buttons
least
and
they're
go
showing
to
us
battle,
in-game stuff and not,
in the field. It's interesting crossbreed of a high
not a
fantasy
CG trailer
role-playing
that's
game with a tactical,
completely fit,
strategy,
not representative of what's in the game. Like
I wouldn't.
some games have done.
90% of what we saw in this last gameplay trailer wasn't just out of perspective alone. It was impossible to be part of the game. Because you cannot play with the camera that much. It would be fantastic unless you have a mod to do so.
Reinventing of XCOM. This is something we're trying to achieve with King's Bounty. Really make a modern game that works well on modern platforms, that works well with current understanding of gamers, how a game should look like. So
yeah.
This reminds me of the interviews that hockey players would give, like
awesome.
in between periods or at the end of the game.
Hockey, isn't that like super Canadian?
Hockey's pretty big here, yeah.
So King's Bounty, I'm just going over so it is a turn-based strategy game. So I'm actually interested in playing this. Like this is legitimately something that I would have pretty good fun with. It's tile-based, but it's set in an RPG world that you pop in and out of like running around inside of it. So it looks good. I just wish that they knew how to like actually advertise this stuff properly. I'm definitely adding this to my wish list. It looks great. I want to see more of this. I hope that you have a character customized character creator, because if I have to play as this snooty, derpy looking guy, I'm probably not going to play it.
Well, you told us more about the game than they have.
I know, right? It's kind of depressing.
Well, as Kalenko, I believe it was Kalenko that was saying that before my chat, that Twitter is going to have the time of their lives with this. Well, yes and no, because after that we are going to stream the IGN Expo Day 1, and IGN at least shows games when they talk about games.
The IGN starts in about 10 minutes, a little under 10 minutes.
So are we going to see this through, or are we going to?
Well, I mean, we'll switch over to the IGN thing as soon as it starts up here. Right now, they're showcasing. Again, you know, the most annoying thing with this IGN thing that's going on right now is that I can't actually see what games they're showcasing. Like, it's just not, they're not showcasing like anything that's like helpful in understanding what the game actually is. I hate it when they do that.
Yeah,
it's so annoying.
Should we? Are we safe to co-stream IGN?
Why did you choose to stick?
Probably. I mean, it's IGN. Like, I mean, they're a little report happy and they're a little BSy from time to time, but yeah.
So what I'm going to do is, well, 8 minutes for IGN, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a pause. I'm going to stop this bullshit. I am terribly sorry. I'm going to stop this bullshit that no one seems to enjoy, and this includes me. And I'm going to take a break of these 10 minutes until IGN starts, and then we're going to watch and stream the IGN Expo Day 1. What do you think, people on the chat? Because yeah, I need to breathe deeply.
Yeah. Tell us also, those of you in our chat, tell us as well what you think about that idea. Saib, do you have something you can talk about here if I take a quick bathroom break?
Well, I mean, we're just watching this, so.
Before you go on,
I'm starting to get a little snooty, a snippy. So I mean, y'all might have to deal with a little bit of that. So. Yeah, heads up.
Well, see you in 10 minutes, guys.
Yeah, see you in 10 minutes.
Okay, see ya. Yeah, I'll BRB.
You are not having a headache of porting to different platforms, getting different specifications, TCRs, approvals. So that adds a lot. And then secondly, the production itself, as soon as we went away from this kind of cartoonish easy-looking isometric view into a 3D high fantasy and the production of assets. So we wanted to build like a huge map. We wanted to populate this map.
I am appreciative of their new direction in the art. It looks a lot better. It looks a lot more vivid, a little bit more real.
We decided to
looks. I mean, again, the game actually looks kind of good. And you know, something that would be nice is if they were actually showing off the screenshots that are up on the Steam page. Because this stuff is up on Steam right now, this game, and you can peruse the screenshots. You can actually, there's actually a trailer up there as well. And I gotta say, just overall, it looks pretty decent. The game. Again, it's this high fantasy, turn-based strategy game. I enjoy those things a lot. I really like taking time, looking at things, you know, and having some good old strategic chess move stuff. I think that's great. But my goodness, my word, they need to advertise this stuff better. Like, why not even have these screenshots? Like, there's some great screenshots in here. There's some purple monsters that we fight. might be the 1 odd. Yeah, no, it's a 4 odd. Purple people eater. Yeah, that thing. You know that old child limerick thing.
Manufacturing retail units. Putting all this units into the retail shops in the world.
Yeah.
Making mass market communications. So we decided to cooperate with Koch Media. That seemed to be the
take a quick peek over at what IGN's doing. They're still talking about this.
And
they're talking about some mass zombie game. Looks interesting.
Scared if we do it just ourselves, that we might not have the human
5 minutes to go
to deliver the information about the game. The game itself, we'll work with all the platform holders as effectively as in a co-production and co-publishing with such esteemed partners, Koch Media, Embracer Group. So I'm quite happy.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, that's it. Thank you so much for your time, Nikolai, and I cannot wait for
there we
people
go.
to get
Oh
their
my
hands on
god,
King's
it's finally
Bounty.
done.
Oh, me too. Trust me, too. After 4 years of development, that's going to be one of the most exciting days for me in 2021.
We have 12 titles. We keep saying it. And honestly, I shouldn't have a favorite. It's like picking between a favorite child. However, this next title speaks to me on a gaming level.
That is such a... that line. Oh, Lord.
I was just about to ask if I'd missed anything, but I came back and the same guy was still talking. And
she did that. I can't decide which of these games are the best because it's like trying to decide on a favorite child. It's like,
oh my god. That's... wow.
Guys, sit back, relax, grab a pillow, because you get a world-exclusive look at Scars Above.
Good job. Dr. Ward, Dr.
Scars Above, okay.
Okay, let's see what this is.
Time to see what's inside.
And it actually looks like gameplay.
It does.
Congratulations.
Telemetry check.
Telemetry check. Here go. Wow.
I hope this is not another walking simulator.
What planet is this?
Please don't be another walking simulator.
Log entry. The gate has an internal conduction system. The 3 points on the rim seem sensitive. A targeted blast of electricity should cause a reaction. The debris. It's from Hermes. It must have splintered off as it entered the atmosphere. Vera. It's still intact.
Okay, weapons. Okay, good. Vera. I love the weapon name. This is we're improving. We're improving, guys. Clearly not. By the way, this is clearly not a AAA game. This is like a AA.
It's definitely more of an indie.
Yeah, it's not a. I'd even maybe like single AA.
What was that? Log entry. The creature has multiple salivary glands in its thoracic region that seem to produce a highly venomous secretion. Wow. The whole place is covered with some kind of organic residue.
Ooh,
Looks like
organic
Robinson managed
residue.
to
I love
connect
it.
the NPU to the pillar. This will help me get through that tissue webbing. And I'm taking the NPU. Who were the architects of this place? Did they build these towering monuments to serve a purpose, or as a testament to their might? Were they looking for answers or solving a problem?
Just showing off.
This thing was huge. Appendages are dripping with the fluid that's freezing the water. There's the brain and the neural pathways leading to various organs. The pseudocerebrum seems to be generating an electrical charge. This neural pathway is conducting large amounts of bioelectricity. This gland is secreting the cryogenic fluid that's freezing the water. The cocktail of digestive acids is dissolving local plant life into homogeneous matter. The process seems to be aided by bioelectricity.
Okay, is she freezing the water with her gun and then walking across it? That's kind of neat, actually.
Getting some
that really was
serious
something. And last week,
record
Opal had a
vibes.
chance to talk to the developers, Mad Head Games, and ask them what their game was all about.
Hello there, guys. Joining me now.
All right, well, I mean, that was kind of interesting. It definitely needs a lot of work, but
Game director at Mad Head Games.
didn't look like a bad game, really.
His new project. So, Ivan, what's
A little
Skyward
slow-paced.
all about?
Hey there.
Okay, are we switching over to IGN then?
First of all, an alien object appears near Earth, and a team of astronauts is, sent to explore it to do a
Yeah, it looks like IGN's starting to kick off here. They got some trailers running right now.
This results in them in an event which causes them to be transported to an unknown alien planet.
All right, well, if that's the plan, then that's what I'll do.
Ward, who is a mission specialist,
I'm back, guys.
Hi. They actually showed us some gameplay of a game that looked kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's a sci-fi game.
Now they're going to talk about it for 3 hours, so we're switching over to IGN. Yay!
Oh, I'm on IGN already, guys. You missed the beginning. Something. I wasn't looking at it because I was having technical issues to start the stream, but Todd Howard and something that seemed like Starfield. So go to IGN.
Okay, yeah, we're on IGN right now. Todd Howard and something looked like. Really, they're
Well,
only...
it was here a couple of minutes ago, not now.
They're broadcasting at 7:20. That's all. Okay. 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 Get right into a trailer. See, this is what I'm talking about. Frogwares.
The position of the inkwell indicates that the victim is left-handed. However, the bullet entered the right temple. That's strange. The goodbye letter was written while the victim's glasses were left untouched.
This is
Sherlock game?
This is the Sherlock Holmes, yeah.
Traces of a long dress.
Ooh, lovely.
The maid? No.
Oh, sorry, I muted myself when I was simping on Todd Howard and telling the guys to come to IGN because they were still watching Koch.
That's incredible, Sherlock.
Traditional mute, yes. Have you heard about the Witcher Con? Yes, July 9. Last known Neil did a video on it. If you have more information, you can go watch his video. After the stream.
Well, did you really think that you could come to this island without getting a little dirty? That investigation was easy, but this personal mission that brought you here, you know it's nothing but pain and madness. I know it's not so far from what's already in your mind. But once the truth is revealed, will it help? Watch your step, Sherlock. This quest might soil more than your shoes. You're not ready for this investigation.
Interesting.
I hope it's true to the book, Sherlock, and I'm not that I don't like them, but I'm tired of all the Sherlock reboots and reinventions.
Mooney and I have been rewatching Elementary. I gotta say, I really love that take on Sherlock. It's really good. Just imagine I skipped that backwards over the stream on the YouTube channel, and the Todd Howard thing was just an old clip of him talking, and just a general trailer for Starfield that we saw before.
Yeah, but if they something Starfield, they're not going to put something Starfield is not going to be mentioned.
Yeah. So we should see something maybe, or hear a mention of it, or it might be a trailer for like later next week when they have a thing after the Microsoft reveal on Sunday.
All free. It doesn't matter where the stream is. If the property belongs to Netflix, we cannot co-stream it. And if someone does, they can get in trouble. Oh!
Doki Doki Literature. Did you play this? Did you play this?
Yeah, yes, this is one of the greatest psychological horror games to ever exist.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Kalenko says, I don't hear Ash complaining that the
Oh, and there's more!
So it's like
oh, Lord! There's more to this game! Oh, no.
Yeah.
I might have to go. Oh, good Lord.
Did they add content, or is this a remaster?
So, for those of you who are missing the joke, this is a game that looks like a super cute game, but then is psychological horror.
Yeah,
But you don't expect it. And it has a shit ton of good reviews on Steam.
Yeah, it is
and
not.
people-
It is not suitable for children or those easily disturbed.
Tell y'all what a block of awesome that was. I'm so excited for Doki Doki Literature Club Plus, especially as a man living in the middle of a pandemic. You know, I wouldn't mind having Monica in my reality these days, and I know I'm not alone. Actually, I am alone, which is why
It's a dating sim. No,
No, it is not a dating sim.
What about you, Brian?
It's not.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
kind of supposed to look like one.
That Sherlock Holmes game looks pretty cool.
Yeah,
and,
it looks
and also
like
as a
one,
man and
but it is
living in
not.
the post-pandemic, I'd sure love to have a platonic business relationship with Watson to solve crimes and such and hold hands. But let's keep this train going by tossing it to the developers over at Gearbox for a breakdown of the Wonderlands trailer. This new game is set in the Borderlands universe and inspired by Tiny Tina's tabletop adventures. Let's take a look at Wonderlands.
Say it, Dungeons and Dragons.
Hey everybody, my name is Matt Cox and I'm the creative director of Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, and I'm thrilled to be able to go through this trailer with you today. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands is an entirely new adventure set in an unpredictable fantasy world that's full of whimsy and wonder and high-powered weapons. Packed with fresh gameplay ideas, irreverent humor, a crazy story-driven adventure, and repeatable endgame content that you can enjoy with friends in co-op up to 4 players.
You cannot hide from fate.
So on your quest to defeat our main villain, the Dragon Lord, you're going to fight a variety of monsters, from shambling skeletons to, like this, sharks with legs. So designing for this chaotic brand of fantasy lets us run wild with our imagination. So you can expect some slightly warped takes on high fantasy. The awesome Gabe Kunda voices the mysterious figure that you hear in this trailer. Now, he's not the protagonist. Players can actually create and customize their own multi-class heroes in Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Players won't literally customize their weapons, but you will collect a wide variety of loot and a wide variety of rarities. So you have guns, spells, melee weapons, and of course you'll have your skills that you can use, and then you'll be able to find loot like armor and amulets and more. Spells are a big part of our combat loop, and while it's true we do not have grenades in this game, we actually like to think of our spells more as mini skills because of their power and their variety of behaviors. Our cast is incredible. We have the headstrong Captain Valentine, the rule-obsessed robot Fret, and of course our tyrant villain Dragon Lord, and Tiny Tina, and they're all brought to life by these great actors. And of course, enter a magical diamond binacorn leaping in to save the day here. This speaks to the wild and irreverent humor in Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Now, all of this takes place in a game within a game as players experience a round of bunkers and badasses, a chaotic fantasy tabletop adventure where anything can happen. The very unpredictable Tiny Tina makes the rules, she changes the world on the fly, and guides players on their epic fantasy journey. Now, a lot of the tone and humor in this story springs from this chaos. This takes place shortly after Assault on Dragon Keep, but if you don't know what that means, that's okay, because this is a brand new adventure in a brand new world in the mind of Tiny Tina, playing bunkers and badasses. We absolutely love Tina and the crazy world that we're creating, and it's been an absolute joy working on this game. So we're very excited for everyone to share in this experience when it launches next year.
For those of you watching this missing it, there was a DLC of Borderlands 2 that was Tiny Tina directing a game of Dungeons and Dragons. Without paying the license. Another name, but it was Dungeons and Dragons. So this is a spin-off of this DLC.
Anyway, we've got more gaming goodness coming up on the IGN Expo when Summer of Gaming 2021 returns, so don't go anywhere. Don't. That's a threat. It's not a threat. I mean, it's
Remember
just mildly nicely asking you don't go anywhere. But don't
Yes.
go anywhere.
Yeah.
I have scissors, and I'll make
this
a
guy,
beautiful card.
This guy is cringe, but
that
he's
says,
like
"Don't go anywhere."
deliberate cringe.
We'll be right back.
It's like actually
Yeah.
funny. Yeah, it's he strikes that
IGN
balance.
Summer of Gaming 2021 is presented by the Amazon original movie, The Tomorrow War, exclusively on Prime Video July 2nd, and powered by Duracell Optimum, the official battery sponsor of Summer of
Amazon
Gaming
Prime is
2021,
everywhere, this is
and presented by USAA Insurance and Army National Guard. Pursue multiple paths while you serve. Reach your greatest potential with Army National Guard.
Not only is IGN the world's biggest media brand for games and entertainment, but we also have a team of some of the world's biggest fans of your favorite franchises. From breaking news and exclusives, never-before-seen looks at movies and games, to reviews, let's plays, and live streams, IGN brings you all the coverage you need, no matter where you are. Whether you're on IGN.com,
That's the problem with this. We're
IGN
going to get
app,
all kinds of
YouTube, Facebook,
commercials
or
for
Snapchat,
IGN
we've
here.
always got you
Yeah.
covered. IGN,
But I
the
can
number
take
one
it
source
as
for
long
all
as we have
games
some
and
gameplay.
entertainment fans
Well,
worldwide.
yeah, this.
Everybody loves watching a speedrun
We've
of their
seen
favorite
more
game.
in the
But what
last
if you got a
2
chance
minutes
to peek into the mind of the
than we saw
developers
at the
behind
entire
those games as
Koch
they
media
watch their
thing.
hard work get completely destroyed right in front of them?
What is happening right now?
That's exactly what happens on every episode of Devs React to Speedruns. We invite you to ride along with the developers as they watch, react, and enjoy some of the craziest gameplay by the most skilled speedrunners on the planet. Tune in every Saturday for a brand new episode.
I'm watching the link you sent me, and it's all right.
In a world with non-stop news about Marvel, DC, Star Wars, you need a show with accurate reporting, hard-hitting commentary, and
Me, Akeem Lawanson, host of IGN's news show, The Fix Entertainment. Whether it's the latest superhero scoop, film fiasco, or anime announcement, I'll be here covering all the breaking movie, TV, and streaming news that matters most to you. Make sure to catch The Fix Entertainment on IGN for your fix of entertainment news. Let's drop it.
Welcome back to IGN
Wake me up
Summer
when the
Gaming
Volvo
Expo.
Digital
I'm glad
starts.
you stuck around and I didn't have to use these scissors. Time to get rid of
Says
them.
someone in the chat.
Give me that, man. You don't need those. Give them to me. What are you doing? Jeez.
Anyway, let's check out some more
Devolver
trailers.
today?
Any
I
guess
thought
on
it
what we
was,
might see now, Akeem?
Sunday.
It's tomorrow.
Well, you know what, Brad? I'm
Sunday?
going to go out on
It's
a
not
limb
tomorrow?
here and say
Maybe you're right.
exclusive gameplay trailers.
You'll be
with
sleeping for a while.
just a dash
Yeah.
of DLC. I want to see some DLC.
Wild guess. Well, let's DLC what we got.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
Oh Lord.
It hurt. It hurt me. It hurt me to say it. Okay.
It should.
Physically hurt.
Like, at least
to
they're
say that
self-aware and kind of poking fun at themselves.
I need the scissors back.
Yeah, that's a slight
His joke was
improvement.
so bad it could be mine.
Yeah. Oh.
It's a great variation of movements.
The heck?
I know what you're thinking.
Well, okay.
Who's that
There's absolutely
gorgeous
nothing on
amphibian,
gameplay.
and how can I
What did
be
that have
as
to do with
successful
Lego?
as him? Well, I'll tell you,
Yeah.
kiddo.
That how they
I'll try. I'm gonna try and look this one up. Wild
Place of
West.
opportunity. Where even the
Dynasty
ice cream's
Bears.
dreams of hitting the big time. You see these guys,
Contains a
they've
mixture
got
of
that
cinematic and not
go-getting
final
attitude,
gameplay.
making it happen in the streets. And oh,
Yeah, alright. Well, this game's not coming out until sometime
forget
next year,
paved with
so
gold. Here, there's nothing but miles of the smoothest concrete ramps and grinds everywhere. Makes you want to grab your board and
Lava
hold on, you can
maker
skate,
it
right?
looked like.
Whatever, you pick it up. Or not.
JC Grease.
Look, it's
What was
fine.
that game
Your
about? Yeah, we don't know.
skills,
We have
my
no idea.
connections ain't
Sorry.
nothing we can't achieve.
it's
There's a
it
whole
looks like
world
a
out there to
photorealistic
discover.
Western
It's time to
game,
shine,
which is
my humanoid
why they
friend.
started it with Lego is completely beyond me.
I don't know, maybe Lego paid them for that?
It's a very good question.
Oregon Trail remastered, yeah. With Legos. Yeah, it
can't
does.
believe
It
I
looks
have-
like
I
they
have
made
this-
they made the levels, the play areas with Lego or something, and then they scanned them and 3D printed them and then put them in the game. Like, okay,
Maybe it was a real
Ollie,
part of the creative
Take a
process.
trip.
it very well may have been a very different kind of way of marketing a game. Ollie World, okay.
There's less people watching this stream on my stream than people that was watching the Koch. Sorry for the people that was missing interesting things. Please, Starfield, please.
Brothers and sisters, you're hearing my voice because we have reached a crossroads in this war. We know now that no miracle is coming. That simply surviving is a slow death. That we will not win by holding our ground.
Our ranks have grown. Our skills have sharpened. And our weapons are loaded. We have initiated a new strategy.
This is Alfred and Neuralink saying, yes, please click that like button.
Our forces
Here in on the Mad Queen channel or on the Triple S channel.
Phantom of Truth on Twitch asks, is this Cyberpunk 2078? Yes, confirmed. Most definitely.
We will not hide. There will be no retreat. Today we claw back from the brink.
I don't think this is Back for Blood.
We make a stand.
Maybe it is. No, World War Z, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, one of the 27,000 zombie games coming out.
IGN Expo. Yes,
I don't know what to
now
think
you
about
all
that game.
just got a
That game does fly in the
of
face of the
Sifu and World
book
War
series
Z
itself.
Aftermath,
So
among others. Now, I can ramble all day about how great those reveals were, but you know, why ramble when we got Bramble?
It sounds like if
Now,
McQueen
this
was
upcoming
voice
game from
acting
Deliverance
cool.
Studio promises to take you deep within the dark and mysterious world of folklore.
Random
Let's take a
Zombie
look
Games
at
number
Bramble the
354615.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Whoa.
This escalated quickly.
You don't expect to
What the hell?
see a child covered in blood and stabbing someone. Look at this cutesy little environment, and we have murder child covered in blood.
I hope it's self-defense.
It's one of those games where you have to be on drugs for it to make any sense.
Naked zombie.
Bramble, the Mountain King. Okay. Well, that looks interesting. Is he just dreaming? Hey, yeah, it does look like the character from The Ring, yeah.
I gotta say,
Well,
Brian
okay.
Bramble, that was something. I'm all in on this one. You can definitely, from now
something.
on, call
Yeah,
me a
definitely.
brambling man.
Yeah.
Call me Bramble.
Okay. I mean, yeah, the game looks really awesome. I just feel like you're really
They're
excited
really
about
doubling down on the
repeated
the-
stabbing thing. That seems like
just the
honing in
terrible
about specifically, you seem very into that.
commentary
Just-
and
To be honest,
kind of laughing
compared,
about
in
it.
a solid video
compared
game.
to
I
the
thought it was really
what
awesome.
we
I'm really
came
excited
from,
for it, Brian.
I'm
Yeah,
totally
Just
fine
tell me,
with
what
it.
do we have next?
True.
Because I'm super excited, man. If Bramble was this damn good, we got to have something else coming up next that's just as equally, if not better.
Well, you know, whatever's up next, I think maybe we should pivot and have something with like considerably less chest stabbing. Maybe something like a little bit more chill, you know, something kind of relaxing.
So you mean like, how about this? How about like skating with birds? Like skateboards? Skateboarding birds.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's very, very specific, but that would be super chill. Yeah, let's do it. Skating birds. Great.
Well, then you know what, Brian? I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to love this next game. Here comes Skateboarding Birds in Skatebird. Let's check it out.
Skatebird.
Skatebird.
Skatebird. How many people in a meeting for how many weeks did it take for them to come up with that name?
We've seen this game before. I mean, it looks adorable, but still.
It's a typical game that you play one day for the laughs, and that's pretty much it.
Apparently, it's a very good skating game, so there's that. I'll let people who actually enjoy skating games give me their opinion on it.
I mean, they've incorporated some actual bird mechanics, like with the flapping wings and stuff. So
Wow, what a day! Well, that's
It's
all
kind
the
of-
time we have
it's
here
kind
at
of
IGN
adorable,
Expo.
yeah.
I want to thank my hairstylist.
I like Tony Hawk's new look.
Brian,
That's
hold
all
on.
versus
Are you
saying.
insane, man? We're only halfway through. What are you doing?
Niv says Tony the Hawk. Yeah.
Wow! Well, this event is stacked with even more exclusive reveals and brand new trailers than I could have reasonably anticipated.
Clearly, and very well said, my friend. And we'll be right back with even more right after this break. So stick around and keep being part of our summer.
No
game.
more breaks.
That's right.
Just
And I
show
want
us
to thank
stuff.
my agent. I want to
Here we
thank
go.
my friends. I want to thank my uncle who taught me that wrestling isn't real. That made me mad when I was a kid, but I'm okay with it now. It only took about 60 years to get cool with that. But I want to thank the guy who cleaned the local pool.
IGN Summer of Gaming is powered by Duracell Optimum. All summer long, we're bringing you the game announcements.
That is that. That is something. I don't know what it is, but it's something.
And get ready to play.
That cat game, I'm interested in. Can't remember what it's called now, but the cat in the future cyberpunk world.
Upgrade your Xbox.
Yeah,
controller with
Yeah,
Duracell
that
Optimum
one.
batteries today.
I don't remember the name, but yes.
No, we did a video on it a while back, probably last year.
Not only is IGN the world's biggest media brand for
So,
games and entertainment,
what do you think?
we also have a team of some of the world's biggest
Well, I mean, I'm sorry, I just can't stop thinking about that. Maybe we see a real trailer for Starfield.
I don't know if we'll see it today though.
No, not today. No, that's coming later.
Bethesda Xbox event on Sunday. We'll definitely, absolutely be covering live here on Triple S League, and Mad Queen, I'm sure you're covering that as well. That should be.
I am muted. I am terribly sorry. How odd, me muting myself. That's something that has never happened in my channel before.
Never.
I was saying for those who didn't hear me because I was muted, that I am hyped because at the beginning this intro that I couldn't show at the beginning of the stream because I was having technical issues to start it, teased something about Starfield was about to happen here. So I just can't stop thinking about it.
It's not going to be today. It's going to be on Sunday. The Starfield thing is.
Something little, and then on Sunday.
Nope.
But then why do they show that?
Because that's happening there. The IGN thingy is going all weekend. So sometime after the official unveiling, then they will have an interview with somebody from Bethesda about Starfield.
Keep you up to speed on the most important highlights. If you only want games content 24/7, head over to IGN.
Well, dreaming is free. At least we have more trailers and gameplay than we had before. It is an improvement.
Oh yeah, this is hand and fist better than the Koch Media one.
Yeah, and the zombie game, it looked horrible. Honestly, it looked horrible. Not only because it's a generic zombie game.
Welcome back. This is still
Doesn't matter if it's based on one of the most famous zombie books.
Knee deep in IGN Expo. Yes, we are jam-packed with some of the most unique games you'll see first right here on IGN.
Speaking of which, you know what I miss most during quarantine? helping and moving friends. I just really love unpacking heavy crap and lifting it up in the air. And if you're a weirdo like me, then you probably get the sheer joy of games like Power Wash Simulator and Teardown. Well, keep an eye out in our next set of trailers for Unpacking, probably the best unpacking simulator made to date.
Sure. Yeah. You know, there's also like a bunch of other trailers in there too, Brian.
I think they're going to be most excited about the Unpacking one, though.
Okay. You know, well, fine. Well, let's unpack all the trailers, not just the Unpacking one, right now.
There are video games for absolutely everything.
I mean, this looks pretty chill.
Yeah.
I've seen games that look less interesting than this. Let's put it that way. Some people love this stuff. Just a, chill, casual sandbox thingy.
Well, I mean, base building is a thing in a lot of games, so why not base unpacking?
Hi, and welcome to a very quick sneak peek look at 2 Point Campus.
If you're not familiar with 2 Point games, think fun simulation management with a very particular 2 Point twist.
In Campus, you'll get to design and run your very own university.
But rather than boring courses, we're giving you the opportunity to teach your students very unusual classes, like night school.
In this one, you'll be teaching your students heraldry, chivalry, jousting, and how to walk around in that really heavy armor.
Here we're building the training area for our prospective knights. We watched a ton of live streams of 2 Point Hospital, saw what people were vibing with, and we've added a ton of new creative tools for campus that will let you build outside, create new buildings, landscapes,
They actually look at what
unplaced
people
trees
were
and
doing with their
pathways.
game, and
Here
we're
you
like,
can
hey,
see
let's do
some
more
of
of
the high
that.
school students warming up with some practice dummies.
That's not how
If
games
they
are
can
made
nail
in
their classes,
2021.
They'll get themselves straight A's. But if they don't have everything they need, great teachers, great equipment, and of course a great social life, they may fail.
It's just a super quick peek, but that's just a taste of what's to come in 2 Point Campus, which is out in 2022. If you sign up on our website at 2pointcampus.com, you can get yourself a
Psycho
free
Spartan
in-game
chick.
item when the game
What in
launches.
God's name is this
Lovely.
crap? It's like 2 Point Hospital, but for a university. It's like a sandbox simulator, SimCity type game. Management sim, but with like wacky twist. Ooh.
Here goes the copyright claim of today's stream.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for your super chats. We appreciate them because we just lost the monetization capabilities of this video.
Oh yeah, the turtles. Was it in the... We saw a Ninja Turtles something in the video we were poking
Yes, there was an image of the series of the 90s. Wait, this is the guy from the commercial of this soap.
Many shall suffer for the sins
Mr.
of the
Proper?
Salve, friend. Mind telling me who you are? I don't think so. I've never seen you before in my life.
Somebody in this city is about to break the golden rule.
Some people say it's the creation of an all-seeing God who's watching everything we do.
Are you with me? Can I count on you to figure out who's about to break the golden rule?
How is it that you've just arrived here and you already know everyone and exactly what's about to happen to them? Salve, friend. I'm Galerius.
Weird. What's that a mod? What was that? What mod was that based on?
Mod?
It said it was based on the award-winning mod or something. Like for a mod for what game? Someone in the chat tell me.
From a new
former
dawn,
mod for
a hero
Skyrim. Oh, okay.
rises, torn between two worlds, yet part of none. It's
Hey,
your
it's
fate
the,
to free Nevendar.
Isometric version of Elden Ring.
Disciples' Liberation brings tactical turn-based battles into a dark fantasy strategy RPG. Find your place in a world of endless raging war between the four factions. Use your legacy to battle your foes, find loyal companions, and form a powerful army. Choices are what define us. Seize your destiny and liberate the land of Nevendar.
This one look interesting to you, Saib? Kind of looks like your kind of game.
Disciples' Liberation. Coming soon to your PC, PlayStation, and Xbox.
You just saw the trailers for Unpacking, Disciples' Liberation, Unpacking, and before that was The Forgotten City, and also Unpacking.
Yeah, there's a lot of unpacking there. Now, Brian, you might remember our next game made waves when it was first announced 3 years ago, but we haven't heard a ton from the team lately. Now, with that said, the little fox who stars in this Zelda-ish indie title still looks just as cute.
Akeem, I am so excited about this one. Let's check in with Tunic.
Tunic has been a darling of the gaming scene for several years now, and that's been its one and only problem. It's been quite a while since we first saw it, and it's still not out yet. The same demo has been making the rounds for many moons, but one-man developer Andrew Scholdice's absolutely adorable fox.
So I sneezed again, and I muted myself, and I forgot to unmute myself. And I was responding to you, but yeah, not.
You just did a Mad Queen.
I know. I'm so sorry. Yes, no, that game does look interesting. I would dip my toe into it maybe a little bit, but I don't know. I love the Twitch chat
in the new demo,
images that are just going up constantly.
One dungeon, you'll encounter a number of different enemies after you find
what are they about?
A stick, a sword,
giant
and then a
dongs.
shield. From simple blobs to laser turrets
just over and over and over and over again.
Try
For a particular reason? Or...
No, I'm being facetious. Like, I mean, they're going on there, but I don't enjoy them at all. It's just funny that it's like, wow, somebody's really not happy about
I'll be more powerful later on in the full game to come back and conquer it, but
Good
the demo
AMX.
makes it clear
How are
that
you?
there are going to be places that you probably shouldn't go yet, no matter how tempted you are to get through the doors the toughest creatures are guarding. Speaking of which, who the heck is this fox? What is going on in this world? What does the in-game language mean, and will I ever be able to translate it? And why are there help screens in the world modeled after old-school video game instruction manuals and strategy guides? I love the added sense of mystery and intrigue that Tunic brings that it absolutely doesn't need to. The gameplay would be just as fun and the presentation just as compelling without them, but they're there, and they make me want to play more to uncover the answers to those questions. Like any good Zelda-style game, there are secrets hiding all over the place if you look carefully enough. Shouldice very politely requested that I not spoil any of them for you before you have a chance to play the demo for yourself, so I'll just say this. Put yourself in a Zelda mindset, and you'll probably have some good ideas of where to look. Shouldice told me that there are 6 secret items hidden in the demo, which means there are certainly plenty more to discover in the full game as well. On this note, the new demo makes it pretty clear that you will not be completing Tunic in just one sitting. The one dungeon here has plenty of layers to it, and while you can save your progress at various shrines, doing so resets all of the monsters, so there will be a constant tug of war between taking risks to progress and playing it safe. I do appreciate how there are environmental shortcuts that open up as you go, meaning that if you die, and believe me, you will die, respawning at the last save point means you won't have to walk as far or fight through everything all over again in order to get where you're going. But this world is clearly a big one, just like any Zelda-style game worth its salt. Finally, allow me to state the obvious. Tunic looks and sounds beautiful. The simplistic, colorful visuals lend Tunic a very playful visual tone, while the serene music adds a very pleasant, calming vibe to the gameplay. The combination of the two is fantastic. Tunic blends retro and modern in both the audio and visual departments in a way that gives it a wholly unique look and feel. I absolutely love it. And with that, I wholeheartedly recommend you play the Xbox demo yourself on June 15th, and after you do, I have little doubt that Tunic will not only ping on your upcoming game radar, but rocket up towards the top of your wish list in the process. While Shouldice still hasn't given a concrete release date for Tunic, there's more reason than ever to believe that 2021 is finally the year. For more on Tunic, don't miss more gameplay from the old demo, and for everything else in the world of video games, stick with IGN.
IGN Expo is just reaching its peak, so don't go anywhere. Right now, we've got 6, count them, 6 fresh trailers loaded up like a blast cartridges and a laser pistol aimed at the heart of your boredom. Because I know y'all get bored. Yeah.
Wow, they shoot a laser pistol at the heart of boredom. That's an apt metaphor, Keem. It's also really dark and slightly messed up. Anyway, our first trailer involves a show I know everyone loves, Saint Ranger Things. Following the adventures of Saint Ranger, the only Texas Ranger to ever be sainted.
Well,
anyway, Tunic looks good.
Brian,
want to play it?
Actually, I'm gonna have to
wait for full release.
In your cloud here, my boy. It actually that's a typo. It says Stranger Things.
Oh no, that's not a typo. I just can't read. Well, anyway, let's see what these Stranger Things or Saint Ranger Things.
They're doing all the jokes that we normally mock them for. It's really kind of weird,
but they could yeah. Again, self-aware. They're actually
so
kind
weird.
of pulling it off. So.
With this odd, self-aware joke thing nonstop, it's bizarre.
I like the music.
Like I was saying yesterday, Stranger Things has awesome music. Yeah, the actual TV show theme song is even better than this. So good.
It's funny because at the beginning the warnings are supposed to be warnings, not hypers. If it says violence and blood, it's like, okay, that's a good start. Now you have my attention.
Multiplayer shooter with a portal mechanic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the kind of game that I wouldn't play it myself, but I would watch it on Twitch.
That was pretty satisfying. The dab and then killed by rocket. Mid-dab. Street Fighter?
This is not Street Fighter.
No, this is the, and this isn't the one that they were showcasing earlier either.
Streets of Rage. Okay.
Yeah.
It pretends to go to the same audience that grew up playing Street Fighter, but it's not Street Fighter. But they wanna be a Street Fighter. Halo plus Portal, I'm in. Oh yeah. The Blood Queen. Well, I like my video games violent. Who doesn't like their video games violent? When older than 18. 14 maybe. Who are the people in the call with you? Well, in case you joined recently, I'm in the call with the Triple S League. We not that much lately, but we usually stream together.
Covered a lot of Cyberpunk stuff together. Hello to everybody in Mad Queen's channel. I'm Ash, and the other guy is Cyb. And we are currently watching Cartoon Bunnies.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting that.
This reminds me of the little like animated bits in Monty Python's Quest for the Holy Grail.
Inculinati?
Inculinati.
Game inside a storybook kind of a thing.
Not my type of game, but I know someone who's going to enjoy this.
The bands. Now, I can't wait for that one. That's actually being produced in part by The Living Tombstone, and we've got an exclusive music video from those guys you can check out over on IGN's YouTube channel.
You know, if IGN Expo were a battle of the bands, this would be the brief window between when each band plays and you can go buy an overpriced drink and use the bathroom and make a pee-pee.
You know what? Fortunately, you can still
couldn't
watch
keep a
ads
straight face
in
for
the
that one.
bathroom from your phone or your
He's
laptop.
losing it.
Lord,
These
these guys are okay.
Don't take your
this is
laptop.
growing on me as far as this ridiculous over, you know, yeah. This is funny.
It's eBay. I'm trying to win something on eBay. It's an auction. Come on now. I'm trying to get a new NFT.
What are you trying to win the auction for, grossest dude? Because you already won. Haha.
It's like they were like, let's not try to be clever and funny because that never works with these online events. Let's just let's try to make the most terrible jokes possible, and maybe it'll work. And it's actually working. So there we go.
And by the Amazon original movie, The Tomorrow War, exclusively on Prime Video July 2nd. And powered by Duracell Optimum.
More entertaining than all of the previous presenters. Yeah, absolutely, Moon.
Gaming 2021.
I mean, that Koch Media thing, they hooked me with the weird stream with, like, the security camera. I still don't know what that was about, but I no longer care because I was so bored in the whole
problem.
stream.
That's the problem when you no longer care.
What's with the twerking goose? I don't remember him doing that in the game, but...
Memes, and a whole lot more. Be part of the conversation throughout the year. Follow
Are we live, Tom Holland?
Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and Snapchat.
Oh, we're just looking at IGN ads right now, so... Yeah, that
Oh,
game...
yeah,
so that game,
ignore.
Tunic, I have been looking forward to that one. I do want to play it. It looks it looks like a cute little Zelda style game. I would definitely check it out. But yeah, I don't want to play the demo though because I don't want to get a taste for it and then have it not come out for another 3 years or something.
Make sure to catch the Fix Entertainment on IGN for your fix of entertainment news. Let's drop it.
We're trying at least, but seriously, it's not working. Well, scanners, it's better than what we had before.
Ooh, that's a controller break. That's unfortunate. Welcome to IGN Compete, where we
Yeah, there's some people in my our chat who don't like it either. But I mean,
from the triumphs
different senses of humor.
to the miracle moments that will go down in history. I just can't believe it. It's crazy. It's all here on IGN Compete. Out of disbelief.
All right, we're back to trailers now.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to IGN Expo, part of IGN Summer of Gaming.
A whole summer of gaming, and we're dishing up hot trailers and plenty of them. Barbecue, summertime, sand, the beach, kissing under the boardwalk. All the summer stuff you love and crave that I just made up. But coming up next, we've got trailers for a Metroidvania puzzle game, a classic murder mystery, and a game where you finally get to fight
really
Louis the 16th's robot army. I hate them.
That's insane, man. You know, and we got many more on top of all of that. I mean, these developers are really, really freaking creative. Let's check them out.
That weird woman we saw when we played in the woods. She has a crooked nose with a yucky wart. It's just the long grey hair that makes her look old. But she's pretty young, actually. She owns a black kitty. She built herself a shelter out of wood and pieces of old cloth. I think it was standing on a chicken leg. It's made of gingerbread chocolate candy. And a lot of icing. Or bones. She cooks in a big black cauldron over the fire. Probably bats. Spiders. Mushrooms. She can always smell a child when it's close. Always. You want to know if all of that was real? Well, even if it wasn't before, it certainly is now.
Creepy, creepy.
Or did she have a hunting bow?
Okay. Was not expecting this to turn into first-person bow shooter. Blacktail, hey?
Creepy,
Okay.
creepy children laughing. It's
Yep.
always
Yep.
always so good. You know, I always tell Ash, there's one thing that I love more than anything, and that's creepy children laughing at like really inopportune times.
You can feel it in the air, a fermenting thirst for revenge.
Creepy children stabbing things.
We train, we fight to push our limits. But what are yours when you have nothing to lose? And
So the sheep becomes the shepherd, culling them to this fool's paradise.
What do you dream of becoming, Soren?
The immortals of Koch will stop at nothing to preserve their immortality.
The dead makes no exceptions. Imagine what you could do if you were free from them.
You lack the conviction to do what is necessary.
Fate is not so easily broken.
Continue to feed into this cycle of death. Your light doesn't deserve to fade just yet.
You remember our deal, don't you?
Rub belly. Anyone have anything to say about that last one?
No, well, it was a little long, to be honest.
Yeah, it was a little long.
Half the time.
It's an indie game, so you know.
Oh, what's this?
Sometimes they're great, sometimes they're.
We were slaughtered.
The machines wouldn't even let me flee.
Looks like a steampunk setting.
Paris burns and is lost, short of a miracle.
The volume is not well mixed between
No,
different
it's, the
trailers.
dialogue is really
No,
quiet.
no.
Steampunk robots. Steel Rising. Okay. Again, no idea what the gameplay's like. But... Oh,
No,
this
it
one.
seems more like-
Okay, I've been following this one. I am really looking forward to this. Played an early demo of this one like 2 years ago.
You play as a Jawa.
Yeah, basically. It's a puzzle platformer. It's got some very unique mechanics. That's why I'm really kind of... That's it. That's
Now,
all we
you
had to
just
see
saw
for
trailers
Unbound.
For Blacktail, Black Skylands, Still Rising, and Unbound Worlds Apart. You can actually play
Been in
that
contact
last
with their
one, the
PR
demo,
people.
right now on your Nintendo Switch.
And it's all a part of IGN
Hoping to
Expo
get an
here
early
on
access
IGN
for
Summer
that.
of Gaming. Brand new game trailers and reveals exclusively at IGN.
Yes, and in case 4 new game reveals wasn't enough for you, we have plenty more to come. And in the past, actually. That's right, y'all. Y'all need to understand. We're living in the middle of a vast time stream of trailers right now. Can you see them, Brian? Can you see the trailers? They're all around us right now, Brian.
I can, Akeem, and that's because I hit my head earlier this morning. So yes, we've got 4 more game trailers to unveil, and we're going to do that without further ado while I make sure my friend Akeem here is okay.
Oh, yes, I see them, Brian. The trailers, they're everywhere.
Yeah, you definitely hit your head too.
Time is like gravity. We are constantly falling forward without noticing it. But
Then
then
when you bounce.
it all stopped for me.
Time is like gravity except when you bounce.
Yeah, exactly.
Dear Journal, it's been a while. I think. And I am still unsure why I am talking to you when I am clearly the only one listening. I guess to keep some sanity. Well, you are still stuck. If you are starting to lose it, please don't. That's the only way we can get back. I'm counting on you.
Q2 2022. Ah, come on. That one looked really interesting to me, and now it's like, it's a year away. Oh, great.
Nanny,
Wow.
Yes, Julia?
Martha's not here.
More creepy children again. Awesome.
What lady again?
But you always find that story scary.
Yes, Nanny. But I'm with you, so I know nothing can hurt me.
Oh, all right, little one. There was once a
Not
couple
quite how
madly
that
in
works,
love
but okay.
who would often stroll by a lake. But one day, in a fit of jealousy, the man drowned the young woman. Too much love brought death.
How can love also be so bad?
This is something you will learn with age, Poppet. The man confessed, so he was hanged in the middle of the very same lake where he had killed his beloved.
This is a book for
They
children.
searched everywhere, but the girl's body was never found. Since then, the spirit of the girl, known as the White Lady, wanders restlessly in search of relief from her eternal suffering. Only the life of another young woman can give the lady a moment of peace.
That's always terrible to hear. I'll never get
Yes,
used
it
to
is horrendous.
You
What?
never get used to that kind of pain, my sparrow. But those in great pain can attempt to evoke the lady through a dark ritual and magic of the tarot. As the lady knows their suffering all too well, she could show them pity. Or she may not.
Martha is dead. Okay.
Not my kind of
It's a
thing.
very
really.
on the nose title.
Yeah,
I mean-
yeah. I'm not.
I mean, I like
That one-
horror, but it looks like I want, but I can't.
That one screams walking simulator.
Yeah. I want to play this, but in VR. I need a VR set. Bedtime stories about murder and black magic? Top tier parenting, right there. Yeah, Kalenko.
The catastrophe of 1986 was a great gift for humanity. One of the greatest.
What are you talking about?
I could tell you things that would turn your whole life upside down. But I don't want that. I can't have you falling apart. Don't you understand? I need you.
What are you saying?
Azuri, I can give
I
you
need
games.
here. You're going to help me save her.
Igor.
Chernobylite opened a door to something that will change the history of mankind forever. Forever.
We can be together, Igor, but you have to learn the truth if you truly want to find me. You cannot succeed alone, but there are others who will help you. This is it, my love. The last stretch. You've been through so much for me. Make sure you're ready, because it will take everything you have. Your wits, your strength, your plan, your companion's loyalty, everything. Good luck, my love.
You know what? What a fantastic show full of great new games to look forward to. I'm hyped for each and every one of them. Now, we just saw new gameplay footage from Broken Pieces, Martha is Dead, Haunted Space, and Chernobylite. Now, I'm personally looking forward to Sifu, since Absolver was a really unique game.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I'm personally looking forward to Bramble because I have some deep-seated issues with my dad that I need to work out.
Yeah,
my
yeah. You know
goodness.
what? We really went for. I think we went for like all killer, no filler this year with these trailers, which means you barely had to hear from us two. So you're welcome for that. And don't forget, y'all, E3 coverage starts tomorrow.
Heard enough, though.
That's right. And if you're just joining us,
Yeah, so the
sorry you
E3
missed
coverage
the
is
entire
starting
show.
tomorrow,
Your clock is
and-
broken or something. Sort it out. But yes, Summer of Gaming continues tomorrow with the Ubisoft Forward Conference. So be sure to join us all as we break down the biggest reveals all E3 long.
Not to mention conferences from Square Enix, Xbox and Bethesda, and Nintendo Direct, all happening next week. So hit up IGN.com for a full schedule. The summer of gaming continues as long as there's gaming in your heart and Mario in your sunshine. Yeah.
That is really weird, but that was also sweet. I love you for that, Akeem. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a wonderful,
Buddy.
wonderful day. You're awesome, and goodbye.
All right.
Take care, y'all.
All right.
IGN Summer of Gaming 2020.
Markov, you are very late.
Yes, it's over now. it's over. I mean, there might be some follow-up show or something. Yeah, so some good stuff there. I mean,
Interesting. Yeah. Nothing super standing out for me yet. Of course, like not like huge.
Yeah, I mean, some good-looking games. A lot of them not coming out anytime soon, but definitely some good-looking games. Like that we saw Unbound. That's one I really am hoping to see. I've been following that one for a few years now. Oh, look, Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Tunic looks interesting. Chernobylite looks pretty good. And I knew when Chernobylite, I heard Chernobylite, like I heard the character say Chernobylite during that trailer. And I was like, is this Chernobylite 2 or something? Because I'd been hearing about Chernobylite for so long that in my mind I thought it's a game that had already come out. So anyway, Chernobylite, there you go. But anyway, this is how you do a summer gaming event. I mean, even
this is how you do a conference.
If you don't like the cringe humor, I mean, that's fair. But at least they, there was just a bit of banter, and then they'd show trailers back to back, and they didn't sit and talk about them. And it's not even that it's bad to necessarily talk to a dev a little bit and ask them some questions, but you got to keep it concise. You got to keep it interesting. Only give us the, the Koch media, whatever, however the hell you say it. It was.
Oh, you're confusing me now at this point.
Well, it's not Koch, and then I thought it was Koch, but then she said Koch media.
They're German. It's Koch.
Well, anyway, however you say it, it's they just went on and on and on about their new publishing label, and nobody cares about that. Nobody cares about hearing about, we've got this great game, and it's a long ways away, but we're trying to make the gameplay good, and we're trying to do this and have a good story. Yeah, nobody cares. That's like baseline stuff any dev should be doing, but yeah, it should be Koch, but that's not how the lady who was hosting it said it. So yeah.
Yeah, but people on my chat were discussing where was this lady from.
I thought, yeah, she didn't sound German, that's for sure. So, as it says on the screen, yeah, thanks for watching. So, what now? What's the plan?
Well, that's it for today. Tomorrow we've got a big lineup going tomorrow. We will trying to get as much of this stuff covered as we can. Today was kind of a disappointment again, but tomorrow we have Ubisoft Forward, Devolver Digital, Wholesome Direct, Guerrilla Collective, and another one that shall not be named because they're jackasses. So yeah, that's tomorrow's lineup. Sunday, of course, is the huge day. So join us tomorrow morning. We are going to be doing some what's it called, Jackbox. What's the name of the Jackbox game that we play? Quiplash. We're going to be playing some Quiplash tomorrow. Game related. So you have to make all of your answers. You have to find the best way to fit a gaming reference into them. Like AKA, I can't give you any examples because I'm not very good at the game. But yeah, join us for that. We're going to do that right before we get into the big shows starting up tomorrow. And again, we're hoping to see some cool stuff tomorrow. I don't think tomorrow is going to be the groundbreaker. I think the groundbreaker is going to be Sunday with Square Enix PC Gaming Show, Future Game Show, Warner Brothers Game, and of course, Xbox and Bethesda. Sunday's the day to be. So let's get together for that. It's going to be amazing.
Absolutely.
Well, I'd like to add that un saludo para tus seguidores de Alicante. Hola, Alicante. Hola, que tenéis calor, ¿eh? Porque aquí hace un calor de la hostia.
Yeah.
And you didn't understand a word that I said.
Not
yes.
One. I think I heard the word caliente in there, but
yeah, calor. Yeah.
Anyway, you want to plug your upcoming streams?
Yes. Well, I have a playlist with all the streams that I'm going to do. I'm not going to cover Ubisoft. I'm sorry, I just don't like Ubisoft, so I don't want to bother covering them. But yeah, tomorrow Devolver, and I'm not sure if doing this indie showcase of Guerrilla. I don't know if I will or I won't. But Sunday is the day. Sunday we need to gather here and watch the Xbox and Bethesda conference. We have to. You know that we have to.
Yes, 100%.
Oh, absolutely, we will. Yeah, absolutely. All right, everybody.
And click that like button if you liked what you saw, and if you don't, click it anyway. And the other day I was told something that I loved, and I'm going to use it from now on. I don't have dislikes on my channel. I have likes from Australia.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty smart. Yep.
And I like. So, but wait. Then, if you get likes from Australia, is that the dislike? Is that actually a dislike? I just tell people, hit the upside down dislike button. It counts as 2 dislikes. So.
Counts as 2 likes. You mean?
2. No.
You said it counts as 2 dislikes.
If someone wants to hit the dislike button, I say, no, hit the upside down one, because then it's like disliking it twice, but it's actually a like. You didn't get the joke. Anyway, never mind. We're up.
No, I'm sorry, I didn't.
So we're gonna wrap it up for today here on the face of some random dude in a Twitch commercial.
I closed it.
Yeah, thank you for.
So, but before we leave, let me say and tell what time are we starting tomorrow. Or at least I am starting tomorrow. If YouTube allows me, it looks like shit today.
We're starting at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock PST time tomorrow, or is it 9 o'clock? I think it's 8 o'clock PST.
Well, you can
Gearbox at 10 a.m. Am I supposed to? I wanted to watch Gearbox.
Well, have fun with that.
Yeah, probably.
Have fun with that one.
We don't cover them after what they did to Submato and some others.
You have a point here that I should have considered before putting that stream up. In fact, now that you mention it, forget about this stream. That's not going to happen.
I mean, cover it if you want. I just
No, I won't. You are absolutely right.
We avoid a goon box, but all right, everybody.
That's also why I avoid Ubisoft, so I can avoid both.
Yeah, the Ubisoft show. I mean, it'll be a bunch of Ubisoft games. You could probably watch last year's Ubisoft stream and pretty much.
I am sorry if there is any Ubisoft fan listening to me, but they only do reskins. They take an IP and they repeat it and repeat it and reskin it and reskin it, and the story is more or less the same, in a more or less the same universe. Then they may change some elements, but more like a reskin. It's not like they don't do. When is the last time they did something original?
Good question.
Exactly right.
Their games do tend to start to look the same after a while.
Yeah.
Like even Far Cry 6, like it doesn't look bad. It just looks like we've seen
a Far Cry game.
Exactly.
It looks like a Far Cry game.
Exactly it does. And just like, now they did they kind of changed things up with Assassin's Creed Valhalla, but yeah.
I am sorry, but I didn't enjoy an Assassin's Creed game since Ezio. I don't know how fucking old is that game.
I don't know. I liked Origins. I didn't bother with Odyssey because it looked just like a reskin of Origins. And then I haven't played Valhalla, but we have some big fans of it in our community. So, but Ubisoft has big money for Hollywood actor, says Commander Jane Shepard. Yes, they do. And I like Giancarlo Esposito. He's really good. But the game looks average to me. Anyway, yeah, you hope Starfield has Tom Cruise.
This was a joke.
I hope that's a joke.
Oh.
I hope that's a joke, but yeah.
No, it's actually a joke created by fans. Just went out of hand.
Yeah.
It would be funny that Bethesda was listening to jokes and suddenly said, "Okay, it's Tom Cruise."
Let's get Tom.
Even if it's in a small role,
It's a small
like an
cameo,
Easter egg.
yeah. Like they bring him in to just do one side character for one quest or something. That'd be funny, yeah.
I've often wondered why there's not some actors out there who they'll play a role like a zombie role, but not a lead role in a zombie movie where they're just like in the background for like 5 seconds, like is like oh look, is that Tom Cruise? Oh my god, is that Tom Cruise?
You mean like the last zombie film of Jim Jarmusch? Where
Maybe?
absolutely everybody is famous.
Well, I just mean in general. Like I think it would be funnier to. I think it would be funny to have like some of that, some natural like humor in it. But I don't think that's gonna.
Well, it's this. I can't remember the name of this film. It's a zombie films by Jim Jarmusch. Usually, I love everything he does, except this film is so bad. And Tom Waits, for instance, is on it, and I thought, oh, okay, I like what the films that Tom Waits do usually are very original. And he's like a total of 50 seconds in the whole film. But yeah, everybody's famous. So, well, thanks very much for joining. Please click that like button if you enjoyed. See you tomorrow with more games and more games and more games. And Sunday is the day. I mean, save the date. Sunday, I want you to save the date and to come here and to watch Xbox with Bethesda with me. We have to do this.
Yes. And us too.
And I'm going to go crazy. And well, I heard, I don't know if this is true. I confirm if this is a known fact that the Halo is going to be available the beta after the conference of Xbox.
I've heard that rumor too. I don't know if it's true or not.
That'd be fun. That would be interesting. It was supposed to be out already a long time ago.
It would. Yeah, it would be interesting. But again, I wouldn't bet on it until, just due to the nature of everything recently, it's like I don't trust anything until I have it in my hands.
Absolutely.
Now.
I wouldn't bet on it either, but even if they put out like a multiplayer demo or something, would be really neat.
Well, we'll see.
Mm-hmm. All right, everybody.
Demo.
Well, we will wrap it up there. We will talk to you again very soon.
See ya.
Thanks for joining.